right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drape on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drape.
What an incredible night. The Kings almost pulling off one of the greatest wins in Sacramento history. I'm sorry they didn't win. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear your call last night, Kyle Draper.
Oh, man, it was magical. It was such a great time, Whitey. The environment, the fans, the comeback, the resiliency, just did not get the win. And it was tough, man. It was tough, but from a game standpoint, it had everything you could want. It was a highly competitive game last night.
There's nothing like all those lead changes down the stretch, right?
Oh, what was it? 5 in the last minute, I think it was, or something like that. It was tremendous.
Amazing.
Tremendous. And our boys almost pulled it out, man. Almost pulled it out.
What do you think of our Christmas decorations? I guess that's what that is.
Is that Jay? Is that you? Is that you got that in for us? I was going to give you your props, big fella.
No, I don't even know what that's like. A human-sized lifesaver.
Yeah, that's a lightsaber right there. Like
New Age Christmas tree. I don't know,
man.
Tron? That's a Tron tree.
A Tron tree. I was walking downstairs because I wanted to see if our boss Steve was down there.
Yeah,
he wasn't there. Because I had like a scroll, like a laundry list of things I wanted to talk to him about. First and foremost, where the hell's our tree? And I don't want no recycled tree. I don't want nobody's hand-me-downs.
Like that?
What is that? That's like it's like Tron. Like Jay said, I have no idea what that is. Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Can I touch it?
No
I'm
truth.
going to guess Carmichael Dave, but I don't know.
I'm going to touch it.
That does look like some CD would do.
It does. It does. It's a prop from Battlestar Galactica or something. Yeah. It's twinkly. It's lights,
Okay, it's not bad. I thought it was something like my kids made in school, like a little project with the paper towel roller, or something like that. But that got some weight to it, actually.
All right. It's something.
You know what, though?
Electric. Yeah.
All right. I'm not coming in here again. Until we get this damn studio in the holiday festive feeling. Like, dude, it feels like June in here right now. Like, where's the holiday spirit, the Christmas spirit right now?
Well, Jay turned down a tree because it was like a make good or something. Oh, we didn't get you, but we'll get you one this time. Jay turned one down. So we don't want your secondhand.
Did you really turn it down, Jay?
Yeah, because it wasn't fresh out the box.
Yeah.
Oh, it was old tree.
One that's already
when they found somewhere.
Yeah, it's one that's already at the bottom of the the garage somewhere.
It was like the Kirkland.
Yeah,
the Kirkland.
Not even took a Kirkland.
Right, I'd take a Kirkland. Right,
it was literally. It was like, oh, we could take down this tree and take it upstairs. I'm like, no.
Damn, you know what? When I used to work at NBC in Boston, we used to have like a corporate card. And if we had a corporate card, I go to Costco.
You're pretty close with Steve. I'll bet.
I know. I might be able to get that.
Yeah.
Write it off.
You haven't signed my contract yet, so that might throw that in there.
Yep.
What else we need, Jay?
You said you had a laundry list.
TV that works. Can we change this channel yet?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make a list, man. I'm gonna make a Kings win too. Hopefully, if we can get that under the tree.
Yeah,
that was tough.
That was.
Did you stay the game?
I did. I did.
Did you go to Mike's press conference?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And it's interesting to me because you could easily say, as a lot of fans did, wow, shorthanded, way behind, had to come from way behind, nearly pulled that game out. But Mike, post game, as you know, he was just not happy with, again, the lack of attention to detail.
No, and it's something that's been an issue all season. Yep. Mike has, beat that drum after games, and he's correct. I mean, he said it. Until we, meaning the team, takes care of the little things, they'll just be a good team. But to get to being a championship team, to get to be where they want to go, you got to take care of some of those small details, following the game plan, boxing out. Executing down the stretch. It was a laundry list of things. I'm going to be honest, though. I came away feeling more encouraged than discouraged. And I'll tell you why coming up in Drapes Takes. I don't want to give out Drapes Takes just yet. But that was the first loss this season where I left that building and I wasn't down on the team. Here we go again, or anything like that. Right. I saw a lot of good things last night.
Yeah, there were a lot of good things. I'm just starting to get antsy. Like, well, at some point you got to start winning some of these games. We're getting towards the new year now. Everything you said is true, but at some point, you can't afford to keep losing close games, especially at home, because there you are kind of stuck in 12th. So they got a stretch here where they got to continue to play well and take advantage of some wins here, potential wins on the schedule, right? You have to win.
Nah, see, but that's I don't want to give away Drapes Takes too much because I got something planned coming up next segment for Drapes Take. But to me, I'm going to take De'Aaron Fox tack like he did last year. This was 1 of 82.
Wait. I'm sorry, but I got to say this. You just mentioned you haven't signed your contract.
Yeah.
Now you're comparing yourself to De'Aaron Fox. So wait a minute. Are you saying, well, I got to wait and see how things go on this show?
I don't have a potential 340 million out there for me. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm looking at the standings. And pretty much everybody's going through it outside of OKC. And you're right. You got to start winning some of these games. No doubt about that. But there's so much time left to go. Like the issues that we're seeing today pale in a comparison to the issues we saw 3 weeks ago with this Sacramento Kings team. Like this Kings team earlier this season didn't look like they were on the same page, looked like they were just a collection of guys thrown together. I'm actually seeing a unified team out there right now. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a game plan. I'm seeing a focus. Was it for 48 minutes? No, it was probably, if I'm doing the math correctly, about 33 minutes. Because that first quarter, we're going to talk about that coming up in a minute. That wasn't good Kings basketball. And then the last 4 minutes of the game, and I'm talking defensively, was an issue. But I'm not going to come in here today, Kings fans, and be like, oh, Bonnie got to blow it up, or we got to go make a move right now, or, Mike doesn't. That's not the vibe I came with from last night's game. I came away and talked to some of the fans. Like, fans are upset. Yeah. Disappointed. Yes. But that was a hell of a game, man.
Oh, it was.
That was a hell of a game. And I'm not going to let a bobble at the end or a missed shot at the end dictate whether or not I was encouraged or discouraged. Do you want to win those games? Yes. Yeah. 100% of you definitely want to win those games. But I'm not going to let the bobble by DeMar at the end ruin what I thought was a tremendous effort from the team last night.
I just think Dwayne Baker says it more clearly and more succinctly. He says they don't leave California for a few weeks. They need to make a run. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, encouraging signs.
You guys are killing me right now, Whitey. This is cliche sports talk. Oh, they got to win this game. They got 6 at home in a row. You got to do this. Actually, you really don't.
You better.
And no, you really don't. Because ask Dallas how they were feeling in December. You don't know until you know. There's 60 games left or whatever it is, 55.
Fine. Everything's good.
No, I'm saying there's still time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying everything's good. They're not where they need to be at. They're not where they want to be at. But there are no must-wins right now in December. There are no, and that's, I don't, and this is going to be part of Drapes take. So I don't want to get too far down the road.
We got like a minute.
All right, we got a minute. All right, we got a minute. But I don't want to be all up in arms. I'm not riding a roller coaster this year is what I'm saying. After they win 2 or 3, oh, here we go. After they lose one, they should win. Oh, man, this team, you got to win these. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see what I saw last night, react to that. Do I want them to win? Should they have won? Yes. Is it the end of the world? No. You got me fired up, and I didn't even get to Drapes takes yet.
I didn't even say anything.
I know that's
You
the thing.
came in fired up.
Because
I
I sense.
Bro, they're 13 and 14.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna save it for Drapes takes, Whitey.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to give away too much because I got something for Drapes takes coming up, and it's a message to all the Kings fans, everybody listening right now. Some of the talking heads I've been hearing from today as well. I got that coming up.
Yeah, there is some room between everything's great and panic. They have to win every game, trade everybody. There is some room in between there.
Right.
That's where I am. We'll see where Drapes is when we come right back with Drapes Takes next on Sacktown Sports.
Every rose has its thorn.
Get ready for rock legend Bret Michaels, bringing his unforgettable show to the Nugget Casino Resort in Reno on December 28th. Experience all the hits, all the energy with the iconic voice of Bret Michaels. And here's the ultimate rock star bonus, a chance to win a signed guitar from Bret himself, exclusively at the show. Don't miss your chance to rock out and create memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. December 28th, Bret Michaels at the Nugget Reno, where rock and roll dreams come true.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
I love spreading joy with gifts this time of year, but I try not to spread my budget too thin. Luckily, Kohl's has come through for me once again. I just went and used a 25% off coupon to score so many great gifts under $20, like cozy pajamas and fleece, amazing gift sets, and beauty must-haves. So if you're looking to give more for less this season, get to Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store at Kohl's.com for details.
I think they hit us first. I mean, offensive rebounds, layups, and they scored 76 points in the paint. I think they're number 1 and number 2 in points in the paint, and then number 1 in fast break points this year. So we knew how they played. We knew what they were going to try to come out and do, and we didn't stop it. Like, obviously 21 is not a great quarter, but if we're better defensively, we might only be down, 8, or even if we gave a 30-point quarter, you're down 9. So 41 points in a quarter is way too many for anybody.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sacktown Sports.
Drive Guys back with you after a tough one that was very nearly one of the Kings' signature wins in a long, long time. That said, there is kind of a rivalry between these two teams, isn't there? A little bit.
Yeah, you can see Michael Malone, too. I mean, he wants to win every single time he takes on the Sacramento Kings. I mean, the emotions that he's shown. And I thought last night, just watching Russell Westbrook, watching Sabonis and Jokic battle, like, this is a great matchup between these two teams. If they play 10 more times, I expect 10 more games like we saw last night.
Right now, we don't know what to expect. We expect to be entertained, though. From Drapes Takes!
Calm down, Lion. Calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take it easy.
You know what, guys? Jay, cut the music. Cut the music, big fella. Cut the music. Before I get to Drapes Takes, I'm going to stare right into the camera here. You can see me on the YouTube chat. Whether you're driving, you're at work right now, you're on the golf course, wherever you're at, I'm going to tell you about this version of Drapes Takes. I'm not going to come in here like angry sports talk radio guy. Oh, we got to win these games. Come on, Mike Brown. We got to get these guys ready. We got to learn to be closers. We need some dogs. That's not what this Drapes take is about. That's low-hanging fruit. That's on the bottom shelf at the liquor store. That's easy stuff. Here we are talking December 17th, and what I witnessed last night was a hell of a basketball game. So if you're expecting me to come say, oh, these guys got to sack up, these guys got to be better down the stretch, that's not what Drapes take is about. I'm not sports talk radio guy today, Jay. Give me my music, big fella. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw from the Sacramento Kings last night. De'Aaron Fox just said it. They started the game about a half hour before it was supposed to start. What happened is Denver was locked in right from the stretch. They were on the string right from the stretch. They executed right from the stretch. And then finally, after the Kings got hit with about 20 uppercuts, our squad woke up. Should they have been better the first 12 minutes? Yes. But I'm encouraged by what I saw. Whitey, I'm not going to even use the box score because it's not about that, big fella. It is not about that. What I saw yesterday was A, a team that battled back. I saw B, a team that could beat. The way Malik Monk took over for a stretch, the way DeMar DeRozan took off for a stretch, took over, the way De'Aaron Fox took over for a stretch. I'm not going to be as upset as everybody else that we lost the game. We should have won the game, but those were encouraging signs to me. I saw a team that was engaged. I saw a team that scrapped. I saw a team that fought. I saw a team that clawed, and they just came up short on the scoreboard. Sure, you up by 10 with 4 minutes to go. You're supposed to win that game. But I'm not going to, lose sleep over it, start calling guys names, start questioning Monty or anything like that. They were right there. That was a hell of a basketball game, Sacramento. Why can't we appreciate that? And you know who appreciated it, Whitey?
Who appreciated that?
Not sports talk radio guy, the 17,000 that were in attendance. While I was leaving, talking to the fans, sure, they wanted to win the game. But this was different, Whitey. This was, damn, if only we had another minute, another possession, another crack. This wasn't like we botched it down the stretch. Give Denver some credit. Jamal Murray had maybe his best stretch he's had all season long. Joker, he played extremely well, but we were right there with him. I'm encouraged, Whitey, by what I saw last night. I feel like the Kings are this close to turning the corner. And you guys will be like, oh, Drapes being the company man. No. Like, dude, they got little things they need to clean up, Whitey. These aren't big overarching problems, We saw a compete level from this Kings team that for 16 years we were hoping to see. These guys didn't give up. These guys played hard down the stretch. They just came up short, Whitey. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You want to chime in on that? Go ahead.
No, I'll just say this. You accused me of being,
sports talk radio guy.
Yeah, because I was, upset about the loss? And you say you shouldn't be upset about the loss. The coach was upset about the loss.
But that's the coach.
Was the coach's sports low-hanging fruit sports talk
coach
guy?
Talk. No,
he's
coach
the coach
talk.
of the team. And he was mad.
The coach, his job is to get the message to the players. Our job is to react to what we saw. Mm-hmm. Like, here's the thing. How many times have we been happy with the win, but coach has been like, no, we got to be better. We've seen that before. I'm not going to let a bobble or a missed shot at the end ruin 48 minutes of play that I actually saw. And so if coach is angry, fine, that's Mike Brown. Mm-hmm. I'm not as angry as him today. I'm not feeling like that. Yeah. I'm feeling I saw a lot of good things. And that brings me to my second point. I saw a team out there with 3 of their top 7 missing, Whitey. Would you say 3 of their top 7? All right, maybe top 8. Can we get top 8?
Oh,
Trey Lyles, Kevin Huerter, and Keegan Murray.
Certainly 2 of your top 6.
2 of your top 6
short-handed.
Compete. Yeah. I saw Kobe Jones come in and give some minutes. I saw Isaac Jones come in and give some minutes. I saw my guy, Dougie McBuckets, come in and give some minutes. And so everybody talks about, well, the bench is so weak. The bench is, well, dog, we're relying on our 10th and 11th man right now because we're so shorthanded. We're down 3 players. And so the fact that we were right there. The fact that we had a lead, 10-point lead with 4 minutes left, I'm encouraged. There's still, what's the record now? 13 and 14?
13 and 14.
There's still 55 games left to go, Whitey. There's still 55. And this whole notion, well, you better start winning now. Dude, here's the thing about the Kings that I've learned through the first 27 games. They can beat anybody. They can lose to anybody. So it wouldn't surprise me if I seen them sweep the Lakers coming up, beat Indiana, beat Detroit. They're that close, man. And so I'm not going to get upset. You know, do they have to be better? Do they have to figure out some of those little things Mike talked about? Of course they do, to get to being a championship team. But I don't think they're that far off, Whitey. I don't think the personnel, like, I thought we saw the best of Domas last night.
Yeah,
I thought we saw the Malik play at a high level. De'Aaron turned it on. I thought DeMar was great. Like, guys played at a high level. They just didn't come up with the win. And it's the little things that Mike talked about, no doubt about it, that you got to do. Like, you give up 50 points in the paint in the first half when Denver's known for being a points in the paint team. That's where they need to correct. Not what happened in the last 4 minutes. They just missed shots in the last 4 minutes. Let me move on, though, because I want to give some love to Domantas Sabonis. He probably battled Jokic better than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah, he played him really well.
That was a hell of a matchup. Those two went at each other. Like, you're talking Ali Frazier, Ali Foreman, like whoever, like those were two heavyweights, and to be there, be able to call that, I thought it was tremendous. And the fact that Domas hurt his back the way he did, stayed in the game, and
Don't take me out.
Don't take me out.
Don't take me out.
Like, oh my gosh, how amazing was that? To me, even though we lost, that was the game of the season last night. That was so entertaining, Whitey. So I'm not going to be upset like that. I'm not going to be like, oh, this team is doomed, or oh, this team can't get there, because I think they're really close right now. I think they're really close. My last take has to do with Doug McDermott. I think, and I said this way back, Whitey, when we first got Doug McDermott, he has to be a rotation guy. That's what I thought. I think we're seeing now he's found his shot.
Yep.
And, he may not be a lockdown defender. He's not the best defender out there. But when Herter comes back, when Keegan comes back, when Trey comes back, now you have another weapon in Doug McDermott. Let's say the offense is struggling a little bit. Now you got another offensive weapon I feel like you can count on. I thought Doug McDermott was fantastic. I thought he was engaged last night, and I think he's going to give this team something it needs going forward. 13 and 14, not great. But, dude, they're only 2.5 out of the 5th spot right now. That's a good 2-week stretch. It needs to happen at some point, but December 17th ain't the end-all, be-all for the season, Kings fans. Ain't the end-all, be-all for the season, sports talk radio guy who's coming up with some fake outrage today that I heard earlier. I ain't going to get into names or anything like that, but it's killing me, man. That was a hell of a basketball game. All right, Jay, that's it. That's it, man. Drapes Takes, it's brought to you by
Alsco Uniform.
Y'all got me fired up,
Discover
man.
why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniform.
You fired up by your own self.
Yeah, you did that on your own.
Dude, I was fired up just coming in. Like, I was fired up this morning perusing social media and looking at the takes and everything. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go that route. Everybody and their mom is going to go, oh, you got to win this game. You got to play harder. You got to be better in the first quarter. I'm not going to take that tack. That's not who Drapes is. I look at things from a different lens, Whitey, and I see a lot of good things that happen. They were missing 3 of their top 7 players. And I thought, Colby Jones, I'm not going to look at the box score and say, oh, the bench only had this. Oh, you're talking about our 10th, 11th, and 12th men getting minutes right now because 3 of our guys are hurt. You throw in a Kevin Herter, a Keegan Murray, a Trey Lyles, now you're going 7-8 deep easily. So that's just my.
You know what I thought about that game last night? I thought it was a really, on both sides, a well-coached game. Early on, Denver took advantage of some mismatches, specifically Aaron Gordon on DeMar DeRozan. Mike called early timeouts. The Kings made some adjustments. They started basically going after Jokic.
Yeah.
They got it in transition, which is one thing. They had a lot of success there. And they started involving Jokic and picking on him in the actions. And they really had a lot of success with that. Fast forward, Denver, later on, they switched up to some zone defense, which really crossed the Kings up and slowed them down. And then even the final possession for the Kings, I know they didn't make that shot, but that was a really well drawn up play.
Hell of a play.
And he didn't go in, so it didn't work. But all a coach can do is set things up and try to get a good shot. And DeMar fumbled one good shot and still got
a nice little look at it.
And it wasn't 1-4 flat where De'Aaron's looking at the clock and waiting. De'Aaron off the high screen and roll, and then he gets it to Domas, and he dishes in the corner to DeRozan. That was a really good set. I just thought on both sides a really well-coached game.
Yeah, I thought so. And I thought, that final possession, there were so many options. And this is a play. I was at practice on Sunday. They were working on that very play. Yes, they ran that very play several times. And I'm like, damn. And then we saw it in the game. Domas could have either finished, but he had a cutting DeMar.
Well, even De'Aaron, right? I mean, if they don't play that well, he can
keep going. Yes, exactly. There were so many options.
McDermott was wide open
on the other side.
Yeah. And that's probably Kevin Huerter, of course, if he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Or Keegan.
Right, exactly. And I will say this. I've been hard on Denver. If Jamal Murray is playing like that, they're a different team. Like they are. Jamal Murray was fantastic. Gordon was fantastic too. We had no matchup for him. But Jamal Murray, he looked like bubble Jamal, playoff Jamal. And I know he's been dealing with some hamstring and foot injuries, but man, he looked engaged too. And how about Russell Westbrook? Can we give Russell Westbrook some credit? Because everybody dogs Russell Westbrook. He's been fantastic for them, especially in the starting lineup. Denver, I was talking to Chris Marlowe, their play-by-play guy for TV, and he said, we sort of resemble Sacramento in that our top five, great, but you never know what you're going to get from the bench. But their bench last night, Strother and Peyton Watson, they came out and gave them some good minutes. I mean, I would love to see these two teams battle again. I think we played them again in January, I think.
The thing I appreciated about Russ, and I've never been a big Westbrook fan, but last night after the game tilted in the Kings' favor, Denver looked like they were playing at altitude. They were so slow and just lumbering around, but never Russ. Russ energized them, and he always played with that intensity, even when everyone else on the team was kind of stumbling around.
I mean,
he helped get them through that.
You're talking about a guy that's been in the league,
exactly
17 years, something like that, and he still brings it night in and night out.
When we come back, we'll take a look at what Michael Malone had to say pregame. Was he taking a shot at the Kings next? Sacktown Sports.
Thursday night, Kings and Lakers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more superer. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Superer Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
It's time now for your 49er injury report, brought to you by the offices of J.G. Winter Law. In the game versus Los Angeles, the 49ers got back two key defensive players in defensive end Nick Bosa and linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw, however, experienced Achilles soreness and played little in the second half. Also, safety Javier Brown left in the second half with a groin injury. Niners lose 12-6 to Los Angeles and fall to 6-8 on the year. Next up for the 49ers, it's Miami.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Ba, 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 ba. Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
I doubt that you can see it. They can't. People on YouTube can't see our Christmas beam, Christmas beam of light, and apparently it comes from Bobby, who is one of the, what is Bobby? Promotions? He's in promotions, right? Bobby? Yeah, I apologize, Bobby.
He must be listening to the show then. He just brought that in? Or?
Yeah, I guess he heard. And he was the one that was going to put the tree up, and I guess Jay said, waved it off. So he said, well, I want to do something for you guys. So he brought in the beam of lights. So
did you see Ramsey's comment on the text line?
I did not.
No. I can't repeat it, though. I can't. I just take a look when you get a chance on the text line there.
I saw Ramsey last night. Apparently Amadrock saw me last night. Oh, I didn't want to bother you. Amadrock, you should have just come over and said hi.
Sound like a stalker to me, like, waiting in the bushes. I saw you, Whitey, I was outside your house.
Saw you go to your car. I know where you live.
Amadrock, it's all good. It's all good. All right, where were we?
Maybe this is nothing. I mentioned this earlier on the crossover. We were just talking about how Michael Malone and the Kings, of course, have a history. Now, Michael, last night, he talked about his time in Sacramento, and Tony Ray Harvey actually sent me the video and the audio of this, and Michael Malone was like, that's business. It was a great opportunity.
Why you didn't send it to me?
I don't know. I think he heard me say,
question.
Michael Malone, he's still got that axe to grind. And Tony sent me that. And in that from last night, Michael Malone was like, you know what? They gave me the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. He was very, respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But he also, and I wasn't there, but we finished our show, right? Now I go downstairs and you go do your TV stuff.
Yeah.
And just as I was going into the dining area, there were some reporters coming out of the room where Michael Malone had that press conference. So you see, here comes Frankie, and here comes Brendan, and here comes Matt George, and here comes Sean Cunningham and John Dickinson. They're all coming out. Anyway, so then some of them going in, and Chris Peterman. So we're sitting at the same table eating, and they start talking about something Michael Malone said. And apparently Michael Malone said, Domantas Sabonis is the best playmaker in the NBA. And then he went boom, boom, like rim shot. Yeah. And so this is what they said. I wasn't there, but they're talking about it. And I go, yeah, I did hear him say that. And they're trying to figure out, what did that mean? Who said that? And Matt George looks up on us funny. He goes,
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown said that in that ESPN article.
Yes.
He said, I'm not saying Domas is better than Jokic, but I think he's a better playmaker. So I think, coaches are sensitive to that kind of thing, and
giving them a little trolling a little bit. Yeah, exactly. No, it's and it's anytime Sacramento is a subject. Mike talked about it. Michael Malone talked about it before the game, but there's always some gamesmanship when he talks about Sacramento, and so there's always going to be a tie right there, and so. I don't think it was just nothing. Like, it was clearly like a little because then he got up and walked out. Yeah, he's like, all right, guys, see you later. It was like a mic drop moment for him as well. So, no, it's I thought that was fantastic, though, man. Watching Jokic play. You tell me, though, you were watching. Does he flop more so than you expect? Like, He's a flopper.
He is a flopper.
He's like, he'll back into you and then,
Yeah.
and try to draw it. And I'm like, man, stop begging for the foul call.
He does,
Play
he is.
basketball.
Yeah. Westbrook did that last night too. Some of it's, I guess, being a veteran, but he knew Domas was setting a screen and it was a legal screen. But when he made contact with the screen, he's like, oh,
right.
But it was a legal screen. He didn't get the call.
Oh man. Manny too legit. Jokic flops a lot. I agree.
I assume that's a soccer thing. I don't know. Maybe not.
Hey, everybody trying to sell everything. It's like you may have gotten fouled, but they didn't send you to the second row. Like, stop embellishing, if you will. But do you think, let me ask you this, watching that game last night, honest opinion, and I would like Kings fans to weigh in on this, 916-339-1140. Hit us up. Are the Kings on the same level as the Nuggets right now?
No, in my opinion, they're not. How Denver was better than them 2 years ago. They were a lot better last year. They're better in the standings than them now, and they just beat them. So I don't know. I don't know how you can make that case unless you're just being, overly optimistic.
I think it's such a razor thin margin between the two, as we saw last night with the 1 point game. And like I said earlier, if these guys played 10 more times, it'd be another dogfight like we saw. Like, Denver has some players. I'm not going to, Aaron Gordon is a beast. He's a problem. But let's not act like they're miles in the way better than, like, we saw it last night. And we were without, and I know they were without Christian Brown, without 3 of our top 7, Whitey. Like, and I will go to the box score right now. I'll pull out the box score,
But how
Keon is playing 32 minutes.
Yeah, and that was a terrific effort by the Kings that came up just short. But how can you go from there to you're saying they're better than Denver?
No, I'm saying if we're doing a tier list, I would include the Kings in that tier with Denver. All right, look, I'm gonna do my NBA tiers right now. Jay, you got the D-list music real quick? Thank you. Oh, he's right.
Come on, man.
All right, here's the Drapers tier list in the Western Conference. Tier 1, Oklahoma City.
Sure.
Pretty easy. OKC is in the tier all by himself. Tier 2. And to me, tier 2 comprises of teams who may make a run, but really haven't proven it. Memphis, Houston. And I'll throw Dallas in that mix also.
Mm-hmm.
That's tier 2. And I'm going to throw Phoenix in tier 2 right now.
Memphis isn't in tier 2?
Yeah, no. Memphis,
first one
Houston, Dallas, and Phoenix in tier 2.
Okay.
And I include Phoenix because you got to look at their record with Kevin Durant and without Kevin Durant. Don't just look at the standings and see, well, wow, Drapes, Phoenix is 6. Well, with Kevin Durant, I think they've only lost like 2 games. Like, most of their losses have come without Kevin Durant. Tier 3, in no particular order, I'm saying at this moment, Denver, Sacramento, Minnesota. I'm not including the Warriors because I don't believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not including the Clippers because I don't believe in them. I'm not including the Lakers because I don't believe in them. But I'm talking about what I've seen over the last couple of weeks. Whitey, you can look at the standings and say we're 13 and 14. I beg to look at, all right, how is this team playing now over the last 2 weeks? And so I'm not just going to look at the standings. All right, tier 1, OKC, Memphis, tier 2, Houston. I'm looking at how have you played the last couple of weeks? And tell me this, Kings fans, has our team played better the last 2 weeks than the first 6 weeks of the season, White?
Well, they had that stretch where they were playing well. Right now, they're 5-5 in their last 10. Offense has been playing at a really high level, but I still don't know for sure what they are.
I'm saying this. The feeling we had about our team 2-3 weeks ago, we should not be feeling that today. Just because you lost to Denver doesn't take away the fact that a lot of great things have happened over the last couple of weeks. Mike's right. Yeah, you got to be better. You got to take care of the little things. But 2 weeks ago, we were getting blown out by San Antonio. 3 weeks ago, we were losing at home to San Antonio. I don't see that. Denver's a hell of a team. We got to give them. We stood toe-to-toe with these guys and should have had that game. If not for defense down the stretch, a bobble and a missed shot here or there. So to me, at this point, we're not quite tier 1 or tier 2, but I think we're right even with Denver right now. And I don't care what the stand. I'm talking about right now, how we're playing. I think we're right there with Denver right now.
Yeah.
That's the D list, Jay.
Yeah. I mean, you may be right. It's hard to see based on what has happened. You're kind of forecasting here. You're forecasting greatness like who was it
Dante,
the
hitman.
Yeah, we'll find out if you're right or not. The one thing that was really encouraging about last night is that first quarter, obviously, it looked like all the negative feelings about the Kings were going to come back home to roost, right? Because they were getting absolutely disemboweled in the first quarter.
Right. I don't know what happened.
All the way back, and as you say, had a chance to win the game. I think that's one of the frustrating things is you've got two preeminent closers, and they're still struggling at times to finish games. So that's not low-hanging fruit. That's like, from a fan standpoint, it's frustrating.
Yeah, but like I said a couple weeks ago with the inability to close out. One game, it's they can't get stops. The next game, it's they can't hit shots. And so we talk so much about DeMar and De'Aaron being great closers, which they are. But that's talking about it on the offensive end, Whitey. To close out last night, we needed them to be better defensively down the stretch.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Same thing happened against the Pelicans. We almost lost that game because defensively we let CJ McCollum get going. Last night, we let Jamal Murray get cooking. What do you have, 15 in the fourth, something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, to close out games is not just about taking the last shot or who's going to score the bucket. It's also about, all right, we need a stop. Who's going to get a stop down the end? And we didn't do that last night.
Yeah, and in that fourth quarter, the Kings, all of a sudden, they'd done a decent job defending the three-point line, and in the fourth quarter, they couldn't stop Denver from the three-point line.
Yeah. And I think part of the issue, I think Westbrook hit a corner one. I mean, give Westbrook credit. I don't know how much you're over-rotating to stop a Russell Westbrook three-pointer.
Right.
But the Jokic one at the end, that was the backbreaker because it was clearly a miscommunication out there. I think it was Domas and De'Aaron maybe. I guarantee you the game plan ain't to leave Jokic wide open for a three like that, you know? And so it's just miscommunication at the wrong, and this is what I'm talking about. The ability to close isn't always just about, can you make the shots? It's, can you communicate in a clutch situation? Are you on the string defensively? Are you locked in? Can you get a stop? And we just couldn't do it last night.
Speaking of communication, as you know, De'Aaron Fox communicated some things today, or at least came out today on Draymond Green's podcast. He communicated some things that have raised some eyebrows once again. We'll hear those comments next on Sacktown Sports.
Thursday night, Kings and Lakers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Get huge year-end savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado now at Maida Chevy.
With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on select new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area.
$8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Now available with special financing lease in some of their offices.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions, plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
The most wonderful time of the year has officially begun at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet in Sacramento. This is the sale you've been dreaming of, with holiday hits on every aisle. 12 full days of unbeatable prices on only the best Makita products in town, and much, much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. So check us out at 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento, or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
Oh no, stomach issues again? Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools. I thought it was my stomach. People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, don't miss year-end savings at Folsom Lake Kia. Hurry in for low payments and zero-down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
And here it is, possibly the worst Christmas song ever from the great Paul McCartney.
What? Crazy.
I love Paul McCartney. This song is horrible.
You probably hate Santa too. What? They got the Grinch.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
But
that song's terrible.
No, first of all, it's a great song. Let me.
Why do you not feel it?
This is the guy that wrote Hey Jude. He's like, we're having a wonderful Christmas time. The children are singing. He spent 4 minutes on this song.
And it's a legendary song already.
It takes me back to my childhood every time I hear this. And second of all, the great group De La Soul sampled this.
They did.
And it reminds me of that. Okay. Just the sample itself was worth it.
Bring that out a little later.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, I will say this is bad, and you could talk about me 916-339-1140. As much as I love music and try to do research on it, I just learned Paul McCartney wrote it. I mean, this was his song. Maybe a couple months ago.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
come on, Jay. You
gotta know better than that.
You gotta be better than that. This
I
is
do.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
What's the greatest Christmas song? There's only one right answer. And Jay, you may have to play this too.
The really good Christmas songs are like the old, the more religious ones, like
Silver Bells or something like that. No,
Little Town of Bethlehem.
Nah.
It came upon a midnight clear. Those are great songs. But you're probably talking about Up on the Rooftop.
Welcome to
Quick
TGL
Reindeer
presents Ice
Paws.
No.
Out pops good old Santa Claus.
Dude, I'm going to school you. And Jay, I'm sure
98
knows
degrees.
this song, but I'm going to school him too. Because there's only Donny Hathaway this Christmas.
This Christmas?
The Donny Hathaway version, though. Can't be nobody else's version.
Yeah.
You sound disappointed, Jay. Dog, that's the kind of song you can listen to year round. You
know
can play
what
that in
is?
July and be okay.
That's at the bottom of the shelf at the liquor store.
Dude, that is disrespectful. Jay, you ain't invited to the barbecue no more. Seriously. That is hey, my boy.
It's there. It's time.
Hey, Tony Ray Harvey, please weigh in on this because Tony Ray is on the chat right now on the
Tony
YouTube
loves
chat.
the simply having a wonderful
Exactly,
Christmas
he
time.
does.
Yeah.
Exactly. Donny Hathaway this Christmas, classic. Best song ever.
I'm going Darlene Love, Christmas. Baby, please come home.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That's
probably
tremendous.
like
That's a good one.
I think that's the one that
that-
when I think of Christmas, that's the one.
The snow coming down, Christmas. That
Yes.
one, right? That's a tremendous
All
song.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. May have to do a top 5 Christmas songs of all time. Each of us come up
You
with
like
one
that.
or something like that.
You know what else is good? Rocking around the
Yeah,
Christmas tree.
that's true.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
That's a
fair.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Takes me back to childhood, Home Alone. for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. A lot of Christmas songs coming in.
Yeah, people
John
are weighing
Lennon.
in.
So this is Christmas. George Michael, Last Christmas. So anyway, actually, someone says that's like fingernails on the chalkboard. Oh, we got a few days.
We got some
before
time.
Christmas. Christmas is what, a week from tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Is it?
Doesn't feel that way.
I know.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I haven't
Are you
even gone
guys
shopping.
the day before? Well, I know where Drapes is at, but are you guys a day before Christmas shopper, or are you like a month out? Are you in between? Or are you like, oh, you know what? It's a week. Okay, I'll get busy.
I really try to avoid the day before, but sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, I'm gonna hit Emron up on Christmas Eve and
Right.
ask
he's
him
right.
to open the store.
He's coming in Friday, so I already
he's
know
coming in Friday.
You
Oh,
gotta have a conversation
So
with
I
him
should
about
put
it.
in my order now. That is
do
what
it,
you
yeah,
said. Text
yeah.
him, hey, I need this, and
Can
that.
bring it.
I actually enjoy late Christmas shopping.
Me and you both.
I like even going out and being in the stores with the fellowship and other late shoppers.
Holiday
like
hustle and bustle.
yeah, I like that. And I like to do it on my own time. I don't want nobody with me. I'm gonna stroll the malls because what usually winds up happening is, all right, you got some gifts, but then I always go extra. I always go extra. Kids don't need a damn thing. They don't
sure
need
don't.
nothing. But I
Man.
always go extra. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I need that. I'll grab them this and this. Next thing you know, it's 30 presents each under the tree.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that. I enjoy it.
That's one of the most fun things is when you give somebody something and they like it.
Right,
It's like,
right.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I know my daughter ain't not listening, but if she give me one more damn coffee mug for Christmas, I'm gonna be upset. Like, seriously, whether it's birthday, Father's Day, Christmas, I get a coffee mug, and it says, "This is from your favorite child," or something just something funny like that. But I'm like, damn, baby, I got enough of those now. I need something else.
Okay, you need to go ahead and write you a list to Santa right
Give me a
now.
list.
Put
Give
it
me a
in
list.
Put it in
Shoot.
motion.
Shoot, that's
Jump out in front and
that's
send it.
A trip somewhere. I need the big gifts. I don't need nothing small. I need the big gifts.
What you do is put out all the one morning you have all the mugs on the counter, all of them. And she's, what's going on? Yeah, I got too many of these mugs. I got to get rid of some of these mugs. And she'll get the
hint, right? Oh,
he's
yeah.
got too many mugs.
And she says she already shopped. Now, let me ask you guys this though: is this cheating? Because she don't actually think, "Ooh, what would Dad like?" She goes on Amazon, Christmas gifts for dads, and then just scrolls down. Is that kind of cheating?
It doesn't
That's
matter
not
what
personal.
year. I think, how do you feel?
I don't know.
That's the
It's hitting me now. It's like, you know what I like? Like,
right.
Buy something. Like, don't just, it's like going to Walmart or, like the generic, like
filling out a form.
Yeah, filling out a form. No, man. Come up with something good. So she already got me a gift, she says. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
She's
what
not
it
a late shopper. See what I'm saying?
No, she's super dude. Like in August, she's shopping. Like, seriously, she's already submitting her birthday list and everything. Like, serious, ridiculous.
But see, that's the thing. Same thing. My daughter already put the list in a month and a half ago, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to reverse the roles. It's time for me to send you a list one of these days.
I like that.
And they're starting to get to that age. You know, they have their own little funds and you know, their bag is up a little bit. So it's like, yeah, you know what? I don't want the mug. Mm-hmm. Even though Drapes will probably need the tie because him and HT are going toe-to-toe.
The
so
tie off,
right? Yeah, you might want to jump in on that.
Whitey, I know you got hold up real quick because I'm on Emran's site, True Sports Cards, and he got a new card on here, and I'm gonna see a Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Julius Erving.
Oh, that's the rookie card for Larry and Magic.
Is that what it is?
That's that was that 1980 tops.
It's got the three. Yeah. But it's just a reprint.
Oh, okay.
And it's going for $550.
I could have had one of the originals when it came out for like $30, but I got something else instead. That was a mistake.
What was something else?
You don't even remember.
3 packs of other cards.
With the gum in it?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, with the gum in it. You wanted the gum. That's the problem. You wanted the gum. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, I got to get that.
That on the holiday list?
You can find the originals are out there. You can
really?
get the original.
How much do you think they go for?
Might have to sell you
$10,000,
BMW.
right?
I don't know.
More than Taylor Swift tickets?
I don't know.
Right,
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised. How much is that when the reprint is
$550?
Yeah.
And that's the reprint. Yeah. All right. We'll have to ask him about that come Friday.
Maybe he'll bring you one.
He's in the holiday spirit.
Yeah. I know he's listening right now.
All right. When we come back, we'll look at De'Aaron Fox, the things he had to say. We'll hear what he had to say to Draymond Green and why some people around here are getting a little bit nervous about it. It's coming up next on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line. Call Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up. It's golf.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's, and that means limited time savings on the paint pros need. Right now, save $15 on 5-gallon pails of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams All-Purpose Power Primer. Plus, get it delivered to your job site with free same-day delivery when you order by 2 p.m. Visit us in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 12/20. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves.
Curbside pickup and delivery available, and the lowest prices for over 30 years only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly. B21.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'm Craig Ashton with the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. It may sound contradictory for a personal injury firm to wish you a safe holiday season, but we at Ashton & Price wish that no one has to suffer an injury in an automobile collision. But if you're an accident injury victim, you can lean on Ashton & Price to do all the legal legwork and introduce you to the best medical care providers in the area. So during this holiday season, you can focus on your health and your family. So from all of us at Ashton & Price, we advise you to have the happiest and safest of holidays.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Did you know that replacing garage doors is the biggest return on investment homeowners can get on improvements?
Jason Ross here, and let me tell you about the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, a family-owned and operated company with third-generation owners that's been in business for 71 years right here in Sacramento. With new garage doors from Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, you'll not only get the wow factor, but you'll also know that you're working with a well-respected and proven company. Residential and commercial, brand new garage doors, or repairs to existing doors, they do it all. Take advantage of their free at-home estimates on new garage doors or check out the showroom with no appointment needed. And while you're at it, mention me, Jason Ross, or Sacktown Sports and receive $100 off a new garage door paired with a new garage door opener. Check out their website at ohdsac.com or call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
We're excited. We got a lot going on. Tough Kings lost last night. Jared Reynolds going to join us bottom of the hour. TC is standing by. We'll get to the phones at 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. De'Aaron Fox had some interesting things to say on Draymond Green's podcast. We will get to that. But first, an update on the Sac State football coach situation. UNLV offensive coordinator Brennan Marion. Brennan Marion is a finalist for the vacant Sac State football post. The Sacramento Bee has learned Marion is a hot name in college football with a wide open offensive attack. A source close to the situation tells us he's going to be the guy.
Is that what he says?
That's a source. Yes.
Wow.
Tells us he's going to be the guy. So keep an eye on that. And I know that's not, well, wait a minute, what happened to Michael Vick?
Yeah.
But this is actually an accomplished and decorated football coach, if you can imagine that. So Brennan Marion, UNLV offensive coordinator, is a finalist for the vacant Sac State football post. And
who was reporting that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
This was
Joe D, right?
Yeah,
Joe
D. Yeah. And source close to the situation suggests he is going to be the guy. So
I don't know about that, Whitey. Our boy Joe D was on the show yesterday talking about Heisman Trophy winners and things like that. I'm the story is behind a paywall, so I haven't been able to read it. Does he mention any other candidates that you know of in the story?
He's a hot name, Marion. Don't make sure
because he had me excited. Marion might be a fine coach, but Jay, you're a college football guru. You know about UNLV and their offensive attack and everything like this.
Yeah, they had a huge year offensively and a huge year, of course, the entire season. Of course, Odom has now moved on and Dan Mullen will be taking over UNLV, former SEC coach, Mississippi down that way. He is a hot name, which Joe D is definitely talking about.
Okay.
UNLV had a high prolific offense in certain instances. Some people would argue in the losses they weren't, but I believe they went 9-3.
10-3.
10-3.
Only know because it says here.
Yeah, 10-3.
And they're going to play Cal in the LA Bowl.
An LA Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, he's a hot name. He's one of those guys that's, as we hear throughout the college football and NFL, you catch 2 or 3 hot names coordinators. He's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys
in college, yeah. And
Okay.
in college, there's so many hot names in college because there's so many openings.
Yeah. He gets credit for, at least partial credit, for boosting a sagging program into a nationally ranked one, UNLV number 24.
But was it him or Odom, or was it it's always a combination of everything, right?
That's why I say he gets some of the credit.
Sure.
Yeah. That wide open offense that he coordinated. So keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Let's see what TC has for us today on Sacktown Sports. What's up, TC? It's time for Check It with TC.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mic check. Drapes, Whitey, what's going on?
What's up with you, TC?
Oh, man, just vibing. I was spitting with Jay before we got on, right? So let's get the Kings out the way because I got some Niners, right? So the Kings, Listen, man, this is on Monty, bro. Like, Monty, you got to stop pump faking, bro. Make a move. If you got to call Danny Ainge and let Danny Ainge fleece us, I don't even know if we got our second-round picks to give up like that. Man, call him and say, Danny, I got 4 for John Collins right now. Come fleece me. It ain't about being fleeced, bro. It's about getting a human being in your organization, right? The hell with the picks. I might even give up a first in 2 seconds for John Collins right now just to get him on the team and get him on the bench, bro. We need that. Whatever he going to come with that 15 and 8, we need that because we know what he going to bring. Monty, you have to stop pump faking, bro. Stop. We're going to stop that, bro. Make a move. We have to make a move. You got to stop this pump faking, Monty. This ain't got nothing to do with Mike Kings fans. I know Mike has to work on his rotations. We get it. But Mike is telling these dudes what to do. The players have to execute, bro. But Monty, it starts with Monty. You have to stop pump faking, bro. The Niners, they got 4 first-round picks if you do this. You trade Kyle to the Bears for 2 first-round picks, right? And then you trade number 97 to whoever, because somebody going to give you 2 first-round picks for Nick Bosa. Now you got 5 first-round picks. You trade up and go get the boy. You might not even have to trade up. Well, yeah, you want to trade a couple picks to go get the boy Shador, and then you can go get one of these nice young edge rushers that got multiple moves. Nick ain't got nothing but a bull rush. We can get somebody that can stay healthy and bull rush, bro. You ain't no TJ Watt. You not Myles Garrett, bro. You just a dude, and you need dudes around you to be good, man. Period, point blank. Trade Kyle and Nick for 4 first-round picks altogether, bro, and the Niners are back. That's all I got.
Dang. Okay. Monty with a pump fake. Troy Aikman, apparently last night, because the Bears were playing Minnesota, he was talking again about that whole trading Shanahan to the Bears thing, which was something Mike Florio made up whenever, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And the 49ers pretty much said it's ridiculous. And Shanahan said, I don't want to go anywhere. And John Lynch said it's ridiculous. And then Troy Aikman brought it up again.
Right? And I think it is like, who else you going to get, to replace Shanahan? And so I hear TC get the picks and everything like that. But if you do that, then you're talking about a rebuild kind of, right, too? And so it just doesn't make sense. I mean, and our guy Bonte, talked about it. Like, there's no reason Kyle Shanahan should be on the hot seat right now. Is it maybe lukewarm a little bit? Is it, are you, filling up the tea kettle and putting it on the stove?
Hey, do you have the heater on the stove right now?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so we're not at that point yet. I think, with Shanahan.
I got a question for you about those second-round picks that the Kings have. I hadn't thought about this, and somebody last night said this in the media room. The Kings do have, you can look it up, they have second-round picks, but some of those second-round picks might have to end up going to Atlanta if the first doesn't convey. Right. So do you have to keep those? Are you limited? Are you unable to trade them because you might need them in 2 years?
What year would that be? 2027.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Because as of now, that's still tied up.
Yeah.
This, and this is why you can't trade your 2026 first round pick also.
Right.
Because it's still tied up. So that's all part of the package.
I get all that. I hadn't thought about that with the seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Right. You can't. And so those seconds, if I'm correct, if I'm thinking of the years correctly, those seconds would be 2027, I believe. It's not your 2025 seconds that are tied up. Your 2026 second that's tied up, I believe, is 2027.
Breaking news. Thank you, Jay.
Oh,
Norfolk State has hired Mike Vick as its next
wow.
Cold blood. He was using.
Yeah. Sac State did a pretty good job doing that dance. Like, we have a lot of big names that are interested. Yeah, we talked to him.
Wow. Mike Vick was using him.
Adam Schefter just went right along.
Playing along, carrying his water for him.
And then he's going to get something down the road probably. So playing along with him.
Well, you call him the Culligan man, if you will. Carrying the water for Mike.
That's right. Culligan. Hey, Culligan, man.
All right, good. So Michael Vick's era in Sacramento lasted as long as what? Robin Lopez and
Jason Terry.
Jason Terry hardly knew you. Jeez.
Yeah. Yesterday was kind of a disappointing day. I was like, Mike Vick. Oh, no. Kings, they're going to beat the Nuggets.
Dude, that literally, Mike Vick's story lasted 24 hours. Like, seriously. Like, Like this time yesterday, we were like, oh, we got to get Joe D on the phone. Breaking news and all this. And now it's like, actually, he's going to Norfolk State.
Yeah.
All right.
It's probably where he was going all
Don't
you think, Jay? Is that where he was headed all?
Sounds like it. Sounds like his camp put out some words, put a filler out, and because he had a conversation with Sac State, as Dr. Woods came out and said via his own Twitter.
Yeah.
Looked like we were the pond.
Yeah. His agent's like, we want this, and Norfolk State is like, we can't go.
Nah.
Okay.
All
right.
Let me get back to
State.
Oh, you hear about this, Sac State?
They want to come out to the West Coast, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's all right.
All right.
We got
Mr. Marion.
Yeah, my guy.
Allegedly. It's not done, though. Joe D said it's going to be close to being done.
Yeah, if Joe D's going on record with it,
it's probably
it's getting close. Yeah.
He is a finalist. There are no other finalists, and the deadline is tomorrow.
Right. That's true. It looks like it's going to happen. It's new era of Sac State football, man.
Yep. And it's just starting.
Was it Joe D that we had on yesterday that or somebody was opining that whoever they hire, hopefully, it might have even been something I saw on social media, that it's not a stepping stone job. Like ideally, this person's going to be here for an extended period of time. I don't know if Jay, Marion might be here 3 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's true of just about any college coach, isn't it? Even big name college coaches could end up going to the pros. So
that's true. I don't know. I feel like Sac State's had so much turnover though recently, last 5 years.
It's a good thing. It's one of those, and when they're in the FCS situation or level, you kind of know you're a stepping stone. Unless Sac State takes the necessary steps to be part of the Mountain West and or Pac-12. And I would even say we've seen Mountain West schools be stepping stones. Look at, Boise State for a long time, Chris Peterson and guys like that.
Yes.
So yeah, I just think unless you are one of those top 20, Florida State, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Bama, Texas, USC, and we've even seen people from Oklahoma jump to USC.
Right.
I think unless you're one of those historic 20 Notre Dame, you're a stepping stone at any point in time.
And even those guys, they can use even the blue blood schools as a stepping stone to the National Football League.
That's true.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Jerry Reynolds, bottom of the hour. We're back with what De'Aaron Fox had to say about his Sacramento future next on Sacktown Sports.
Tonight, Kings and Lakers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system? You were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
So is this the song you're talking about?
Yeah. Donnie Hathaway. This Christmas, fireside's blazing high.
Yeah, this close.
Wait,
It's top 3.
Is this the one that goes?
Yeah.
I heard this. I think I heard like 98 degrees or something.
Well, no, this the real one right here.
Did you say Old Town or something? What would you say over?
98 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, O-Town, 98 degrees.
It's close, Drapes. You're
This
right.
is up there, bro.
Yeah, it's probably one. If it's not 1, it's 2.
Yeah, this is.
You're right.
This is. Thank you.
It's
By the way,
Jackson 5's got to be there too, though, right?
You got to play it for me, bro.
Okay.
Santa Claus coming to town?
Yeah. Like it's
Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah.
That's
See, that's
a good
great
one.
because they take the standard song and then they changed it
Yeah.
so well that even Springsteen basically did Michael Jackson's version. Yeah. By the way, I was talking about this finalist for the Sac State
Sac
coaching
State.
job, and I said that sources say he'll be the guy. Brendan Marion, Joe Davidson texted us, and Joe says Joe believes he's going to be the next guy. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's-
Announcement should be coming
and
soon.
it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much done then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a Christmas gift. It's a wrap.
Man. I'm tired, fellas. I'm
Yeah?
just saying I'm tired right now. Your boy went golfing today. I'm tired.
Because you got so fired up to start.
Right,
It's like
I did.
a sugar crash.
You know what? That's my problem, dude. Like, I got to pace myself.
You definitely
But
do.
so the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, I'm good. Like,
2:45, you're like, oh,
I'm
I
gonna take
left it all on the field today, guys.
I'm gonna take a nap at about 3:45. Let me just get a power nap.
too many mental breakdowns.
Right? I'm tired, man. I need some coffee, and I ain't going downstairs.
Oh, here we go with that.
Right?
Yeah. Jerry Reynolds will bring the energy at 3:30 right now. Let's see what Trey has for us on
Trey.
Sacktown Sports. What's up, Trey?
Drive guys, my guys, what's going on?
What's
What
up,
can we
Trey?
do for you today?
Oh man, look. I just want to make a little quick comment about the game. First off, Drapes, I don't know how you and Katie do it. I was sitting there, and when they got up to 20, I was just about to lose it. I was about to break the TV. And y'all, you just sitting up there, you calling the game all cool in the suit and everything, and I'm like, okay, trying to relax. But I want to say also too to the Kings fans, like, don't be so quick to talk about trades and getting rid of stuff. I want them to remember the dark years and remember that we're a small market team, and you just can't just dump stars off like that and think you're gonna get something back. We're close. We lost a lot of games by like 4 or 5 points or something, so it's correctable.
Got you, Trey.
You know, and
Go ahead.
yeah, so and I'm just looking at the trade that could happen. It's obvious that we need some frontline help, and so it's up to Monty and them to try to make a move now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see us getting like we got a lot of effort, but we don't have the bigs to kind of compete with big front lines. So that makes it even harder. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I got. That's what I got for today. And Drake, I know you like Taylor Swift. She okay, but I just wanted to know what you think about my girl Dua Lipa. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all have a good one.
Come on, man. Come on. Here's the thing about Dua Lipa, real quick. The reason why I'm a Taylor Swift fan, Trey, is because of 12-year-old Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a Dua Lipa fan like that.
Mm-hmm.
Although she's been playing Glorilla lately, and I'm like, I don't know about that, Quinny. I don't know if I can vibe with that. Taylor Swift, I can vibe with. Dua Lipa, I like a little bit, but Taylor Swift is on a different level. Come on now. That's like saying, do you like Michael Jordan Finis Dembo or somebody like there are two different levels to this. Remember Finis Dembo?
I do.
Yeah, all right.
Did he go to Wyoming? I don't
Is
know.
that where he went?
I'm
Okay.
not sure, but
all
I
right.
do remember him.
All right.
Anyway.
What about what Trey said, though?
Well, he's right. And I'm as big an advocate for a trade as anybody, but it's not like tearing the whole thing down. It's because they're close that they need to make a trade to me. He said, they don't need to make a big trade. They're close. Because they're close to me, that's why you need to add,
Let me ask you this, though, because I think it was TC or somebody even on the chat or text line brought up John Collins. And I'm not, turning this into a John Collins experiment. But they talked about, TC might have mentioned it, John Collins off the bench. I look at a team like Boston. Sometimes they'll run Horford off the bench, or even Porzingis they've used off the bench. Like, do we need a big-time scorer impact player like that who would be a starter on most teams, but on our team, he's a bench guy?
If it were up to me, which it's not, if I were anywhere near any of these decisions, I'd say, look, it'd be great if we could get whoever the Kings get, if they can play both ends. That's all I'm saying. Like I saw a thing today, somebody in The Athletic was saying they're running down the top trade candidates. And one guy they had as a fit for the Kings, and everyone's like, best fits. And there's a lot of players that you'd think would be good fits. But the only guy they had as a good fit for the Kings was Bruce Brown. Now, Bruce Brown is kind of smaller. The Kings have 1 million guards, but he guards people.
Right,
and
right.
Whoever the Kings get, I hope it's somebody, assuming they make any moves, it's somebody that can help you out defensively. So poor Mike Brown doesn't have to keep going through what he was going through last night.
So let me, but here's the issue about last night, and I talked about it. Like, I don't think Colby Jones was bad in his minutes. Just because he didn't score 15 points, he did some other things I thought out there defensively that were great. Keon played 32 minutes. I thought Keon, he had a couple of missed backdoor cuts that he let through, but he was great. 4 block shots last night. And so what more do we want from Colby Jones? Remember, and we're talking our 10th, 11th man when you talk about no Kevin Huerter, no Keegan Murray, and no Trey Lyles. Do we talk about wanting scoring off the bench? Well, Trey Lyles is that. Kevin Huerter's that. We didn't have that last night. I'm saying I thought Colby was very good last night, despite looking at the box score and say he didn't score 0 points. And people are like, well, our bench only gave 14. Well, dog, the strength of our team is our top 5, especially when 2 of your bench guys are out and your other bench guy you put in the starting lineup, Doug McDermott. The starters scored 115 points last night. There's not going to be 50 points for the bench to score. When the starters are so good. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. It
sounds like maybe I'm wrong. It sounds like you're saying you don't see that dire need to make any moves. You think
yeah. I mean, like I just said, what would it look like a John Collins, somebody like that off the bench? But that was even before last night, the bench wasn't the issue. The lack of depth wasn't the issue last night. This isn't I'm not going to look at the box score and say, oh, Denver scored 29 points off the bench. We only scored 14. That's a problem. Last night, in my opinion, the bench was not the problem. The problem was we didn't get stops down the stretch. That was the problem. That has nothing to do with Colby Jones or Isaac Jones or any of these other guys. That's the starter. You got to get stops down the stretch. It's not about the bench. Now, do you need to improve? Yeah. If you can get a Collins or Kuzma, whoever it may be, to be a 6th, 7th man, yeah, that upgrades the talent on your roster. But to say, because of last night, our bench wasn't the problem.
That was one of the most interesting things that Mike said after the game. And I don't know if you were still around or, I know you did your duties and I'm not sure whether you heard it or not, but he was talking about kind of what you're saying. He said defensively, missed assignments getting beaten backdoor and not boxing out. And he said, it's the starters. And he named them. And he named Keegan, who obviously wasn't there, but it was interesting because he made it clear. He wasn't talking about Colby or whomever. He's like, the starters have to start doing these things.
Right. I mean, you look at the way they started the game. We're not blaming that on Colby Jones, are we? We're not blaming on the lack of a bench. the starters got worked in that first, quarter. And so, Mike's right about that. Like down the stretch, last 4 minutes. It's not Kobe Jones' fault. He's on the bench. It's not Isaac Jones' fault. This has nothing to do with the bench. The starters got to be better. The starters got to lock in for a full 48 or however many minutes they are out there. They should have won that game yesterday.
Do we have time to play De'Aaron Fox here? I'm sorry.
You've been promising that for a half hour, dude.
Yeah, someone may want to hear it. We had Jerry coming up. This is what was De'Aaron Fox. He was just on the Draymond Green podcast, and here's what he had to say to Draymond Green and also Baron Davis about his future with the Kings.
For me, man, it has all to do with the team, the organization. Where are we going? I want to make sure that we're in a position to try to win in the future, because that's ultimately what I want to do. Like, I feel like I'm continuing to get better as a player every year. But for me, are we looking like we're continuing to get better year after year? And are we going to be able to compete at a high level? And that's all mine is. Like, if we can show that this year, like, you sign the extension now. If not, like, obviously I still have another year, but that's where my mindset is. I love the city. Like, I love being here. I've raised my family here. I would love to be here and retire here. I mean, how many people can say they played in one organization for their whole career? Like, I want to be a part of that select few people, but at the end of the day, I also want to win.
That's consistently been his message. He basically told you and I the same thing on media day. It's just interesting that he continues, and I don't blame him for this at all or fault him. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I appreciate the forthrightness, but some players in similar situations might say, I'm not worried about that now. I'm worried about the season, but he's making it clear, and it's pretty clear he's making sure the organization knows exactly where he stands. I want to be here, but I got to be sure we're committed to winning.
And that to me sounds like a guy that understands. And like he said to us, he doesn't have a whole lot of time left. Like, when you get to a point, you start thinking about your legacy and, look at it like Dame Lillard did in Portland. Loyal, stayed with it 11 years. I think he was there, but it got to a point where it was like, you know what? For my legacy, I need to go and try to win somewhere. And I think De'Aaron Fox is that's what he's trying to say. He loves to hear us but when his career is all said and done, he wants to be deep in the playoffs. He wants to play for the NBA finals. I get that. And that, is that putting pressure on the Kings? Maybe, but every star, like, that's how it should be for every star player, right? Like, think about it like this. How many star players of today, Whitey, stay with one team that hasn't won? Usually, we're talking about Giannis maybe looking to get out of Milwaukee, and he already won a title.
Right.
Like, if you're a star player and you don't win, or you reach a point in your career where you haven't won, you start to look at it like that. And I think that's what De'Aaron's talking about. And so I will say this, and I've said this, time and time again, I think they're on the right track. You know what I mean? I think, it's not like, they're the Kings of 3 years ago. Like, this team should be, in my opinion, even right now as presently constructed, a playoff team. I don't think it's a team that's, destined for the lottery year in and year out. We're at a different stage, but I get it. Think about it like this too, Whitey. If you're in the media like we are, you want to work for the best of the best. You want to be, like for me, years ago, not as much anymore.
Kyle hasn't signed his contract yet, so this is clearly he's talking directly to our management right
not
now.
At all.
Yeah. What do you got?
But like ESPN used to be a dream, a goal of mine. It's not that much because I feel like I've figured out different ways to win in my career. But in sports, in basketball, it's only one. You could be all NBA, you could be first team, all-star, whatever. But if you don't win a championship, that's what your career is defined by. And so I get it. These guys now, it's not like 30 years ago. It's not like being Dominique or Barkley or, whoever else it may be. You got to win now. And if you don't play for that championship, your career is kind of looked at as less than, which sucks because we're about rings culture right now. But I get it.
We'll catch up with the great Kings icon,
Jerry
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
He joins us next. Sackdown Sports.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack. Perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room with Sky River rewards that add up and up, and 18 elevated restaurants and bars. There's something for everyone. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time now for your 49er injury report, brought to you by the offices of J.G. Winter Law. In the game versus Los Angeles, the 49ers got back two key defensive players in defensive end Nick Bosa and linebacker Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw, however, experienced Achilles soreness and played little in the second half. Also, safety Javier Brown left in the second half with a groin injury. Niners lose 12-6 to Los Angeles and fall to 6-8 on the year. Next up for the 49ers, it's Miami.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Ready for winter? Forecasters are already predicting record sick days. Don't become a healthcare statistic. Fight sickness with fitness. Create a daily workout and stick to it. Let the Good Feet store help you meet your workout goals. With Good Feet Arch Supports, the pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back become history. And Good Feet Arch Supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Visit goodfeet.com for an appointment or just stop in. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing strategies that deliver results. On your next campaign, aim higher. Go to aimyourdigital.com and get started today. aimyourdigital.com.
The Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Let's see how well I know our next guest, the great Jerry Reynolds. What does Jerry like? We know Jerry likes basketball. He likes Sacramento. He loves the Kings. He loves the Kansas City Chiefs. What are some things that he doesn't like? Jerry Reynolds, if I'm right, he doesn't like wild turkeys on his lawn. He doesn't like the in-season tournament, and he really doesn't like defenders who leave the basketball. You're on defense and you're guarding somebody the ball, and then you leave it. Jerry doesn't care for that. Here he is, the great Jerry Reynolds. How are you today, Jerry? Yeah. How are you today, Jerry?
Hey, I'm doing good, guys. A little bummed from last night. But it's a playoff type game, really, other than the first quarter, which was absolutely nauseating.
Yeah. Jerry, I wanted to see, and you were still on with Jay, so I apologize. You didn't hear. I listed some things that I don't think you care for. I want to see if I'm right. We know you love the Kings, you love the Chiefs, you love basketball, you love Sacramento. I listed some things that you don't like, and I had the in-season tournament you don't care for, wild turkeys running around on your lawn, and defenders who leave the ball, who are guarding the basketball and leave the ball. Are those three of your least favorite things in life?
Yeah, maybe in reverse order. That is one of those things. For over the years, it's one of the most amazing things why a guy will leave the guy with the basketball to go guard somebody who doesn't have it. And because I was taught this years ago that very pointedly by an old coach that, son, the only guy who can score is the guy with the ball.
Yeah. That's true. Hey, Jerry, we saw a lot of, backdoor cuts, ball watching, if you will, last night. What's your takeaway from last night? How'd you come away feeling from that one?
Well, I was really disappointed in the first quarter because obviously the starters, with the exception of probably of Domas, just didn't seem like he was ready to play. And that was disappointing, but the second and third quarters, the Kings, were by far the dominant team. And then, the fourth quarter came and, the Nuggets do what the Nuggets do a little bit. But overall, they're so close to being really good. Mm-hmm. I'm just convinced of that. And last night, everybody has injuries, but last night was particularly tough because without Keegan, you couldn't match up with Gordon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I thought, or Porter for that matter, when you start, your starting forwards are, or DeRozan and McDermott, they could match up with either one of those guys. They just jump over the top of them.
And unfortunately, Michael Malone noticed that, didn't he, Jerry?
I had a suspicion he would. and you knew his team was, Mike, I know Mike Malone well enough that he can't beat the Kings enough.
Yeah.
He's kind of like how I feel about the Lakers,
Wow. Yeah. Oh, why do you think the Kings, who have two great closers, have had some issues like they did last night, finishing games?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know. It's like last night. I thought that was a great play set up.
Yeah.
And DeRozan is one of those guys you think's going to make that play 95 times out of 100, but that was one of the 5 and just mishandled it. But it would have been the winning. Kings would have got a win. So, I don't have an answer. Clearly neither guy has been quite as good as he's been in the past. You kind of think that'll turn around as the season goes, and maybe they'll win a bunch of close games at the buzzer with their closers closing. I don't know.
Hey, Jerry, as a coach, how do you preach patience and it's a long season versus, you got all these home games. The West is tough. You need to start stacking wins now. How do you play that? Because, I'm of the belief now, usually I'm riding a roller coaster and, you got to win these games. But then I look at it, I think they're 2.5 out of the 5th spot. Still 55 games left to go. How do you balance that as a coach?
Well, that's a great question. I do think you don't want to spend too much time focus on the length of the season because that almost can be a cop-out. I think you've got to treat it like, hey, we're in the West. We need to win the very next game, and the very next game, and the very next game. Kind of like Coach Brown, possession after possession after possession. I think you really just got to focus on the next game and really treat it as make sure that you're going into every game, totally ready. You can't have those flat quarters like we saw last night. So, yeah, the game 60 doesn't mean much to you right now, and the Kings are in a little bit of a hole. So, the old saying, when you're in a hole, quit digging, and that's exactly what has to happen.
Given what you just said, do you think that might, in a way, speed up the Kings' sense of urgency for making a deal? And I know you can't hurry into it. You got to make sure it's the right deal, but is there more pressure to do it as soon as you can because it is important to win as many games here as you can?
I do. I mean, and as you said, I mean, you don't want to make a deal that you don't want to make. That's not good for you. And but if you can get a deal that you're confident or reasonably confident that will make you a better team tomorrow, well, then make it. It gives a team more time to really be better. I think I'm pretty confident that Monty McNair and Coach Brown know that they'd like to have another piece that could really be a top, whether a starter or a top 7 or 8 guy, to really make a strong run at the West. And I think at least that's my opinion, that without that, I don't know how high up they can go.
Jerry, you talked about the team being close. They're 5-5 over their last 10. However, and it seems like they're playing better, but they just aren't seeing it in results when it comes to wins. Do you feel that way? And what's it going to take, I guess, to start closing these out and getting some of these wins?
Well, that's true. I mean, I really like the starters, and I think Monk being in the starting lineup has made the Kings a lot tougher team to cover. Offensively, I think we've seen that. Defensively, probably hasn't made the team any better. Not necessarily because of him, but I'm just saying that's still the problem. And for them, I still go back to the bench. I mean, to get some stability in the in the rotations, which it's impossible to do now. When you got Herter and Lyles, 2 key reserves out, and of course Keon Ellis is still like, it seems to me that he should have established that he is one of those guys, but that's what kind of has to happen. I mean, in the short term, is just try to get healthy and make sure you got your rotations and the starters are still learning themselves. Certainly with Monk as a starter, changed the team dynamic a little bit, but I still look at the West, and other than Oklahoma City, I don't see anybody that's just particularly a lot better. If they might, the record says they're better, but you look at the Kings' record and their win margin is about 3 points, which means that they should be well above 500. Now they're not. I get that. And that's mostly because of their poor performance at home. And that's still the biggest thing in my mind that has to change. You can't move up in the standings if you can't win your home games.
Coach, wanted to ask you about Jokic. It seems like for the most part, the Kings did a halfway decent job on him. And then, he kind of took over in the fourth quarter. We've probably asked you about this before, but, the pantheon of all the players that you have seen, how unique is Jokic? What stands out to you about him?
Well, he's obviously one of the all-time greats, really. I mean, he's got his instincts for the game are just amazing. He's kind of like a 7-foot Luka Doncic or something, I mean, he can make the three. He's not pretty, he's got a little bit of Larry Bird in him too. The instincts for passing are just amazing. And, he's a one of one. I don't know that there's anybody I could compare him to. I mean, he might look like a Billy Pulse, but he doesn't play like Billy Pulse. and you have to be a little older to remember Billy Pulse. But
the Whopper, right? Didn't they call him the Whopper?
The Whopper, yeah. But I mean, and certainly Jokic can whop you. But he's remarkable. I mean, if he keeps playing like he's playing, I mean, when they talk about all-time greats, his name's going to be popping up in there.
joined by the great Jerry Reynolds. Jerry, you've been in the city, I don't even want to say how long, but a long time here. I feel the urgency with the fan base right now. What's the message, I guess, you would say right now about where the team is and where it's going and the outlook right now?
Well, I would still say have a little bit of patience. I mean, it is a long haul, and there's peaks and valleys, and we don't know just exactly how good this team can be, but it's a fun team, an unselfish team. It's I think for sure a winning team, and is it going to be able to win enough to satisfy us all? Maybe not, but maybe so. I just say kind of back off, let Monty McNair and Coach Brown do their jobs, and then at the end we can all just second guess the heck out of them near the end of the season if it's not what we hope, and I don't think that they're never going to be able to please everybody, but I just think that give this team a chance, a little more of a chance. I think it's on the right path, but got to start winning games.
Yep.
But in the meantime, this is if you like NBA basketball and you like, this is a good bunch to watch. I mean, if you can't enjoy watching De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis and DeRozan and Monk, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm guessing you asked Santa Claus for 2 wins in a row here over the Lakers. Is that right?
I'll tell you what, if he could do that, I wouldn't need anything else.
Right.
Nothing else.
Thank you, Jerry.
Santa Claus, just bring a couple of wins over to the evil Lakers from Southern California.
Gotcha.
That's all, Santa.
That's all he needs. Right?
I don't need new socks or a cup like Kyle does.
Got enough of those already. Got enough of those.
So just 2 wins from the Lakers, all right?
Thanks, Jerry.
See you guys.
All right,
Jerry.
take it easy. Speaking of Jerry's, when we come back, Jerry Jones' weekly interview today wins someplace no one really expected it to. That's next on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Holiday gift giving is right around the corner, and the good news is that golfers are an easy group to buy for. Every year, someone releases the next best answer to the age-old question, how do I get the ball in the hole in less strokes? The best answers to that question are lessons and a personal club fitting. Now, you don't have to shell out $500 for a new driver. Your golfer will be thrilled to receive less expensive gifts like a golf glove or a woolen cap or a rain hat for winter play, or maybe a stocking stuffer like new golf spikes. You can't have enough golf balls, but golfers like to play a certain brand, so check the golf bag for clues. Speaking of bags, a new golf bag is always a treat. Golf lasers and GPS units are among the hottest gifts right now, and a swing trainer is a great idea if you know a fair weather golfer who won't be seen again until April. Gift certificates always work for play, for lessons, or for anything else your golfer won't purchase for themselves. Check with your local pro shop or PGA professional. They can help you decide the right gift for your golfer. That's your golf to go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Hey, what's up, Sacramento? It's Kyle Draper. Turn up the cleanliness at your restaurant, healthcare, or industrial business with Alsco Uniforms, the official sponsor of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew. We've got you covered with crisp uniforms, hygienically clean linens, floor mats, and, of course, mops delivered weekly. But that's not all. Alsco Uniforms also offers weekly services for first aid and restroom supplies. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Just go to alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's ALSCO.com.
The most wonderful time of the year has officially begun at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet in Sacramento. This is the sale you've been dreaming of, with holiday hits on every aisle. 12 full days of unbeatable prices on only the best Makita products in town, and much, much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. So check us out at 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento, or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Get huge year-end savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado now at Meda Chevy.
With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on select new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST.
And Meda Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area.
$8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Meda Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MedaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Now available special financing leasing some of their offers.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
We just talked to Jerry Reynolds, of course. Jerry Jones had his weekly chat with station in Dallas today, and it took an unexpected turn. Jerry Jones, we'll hear it here. We'll have it for you in just a second. Jerry Jones was talking to the host there. The conversation turned to Xavier Leggett of the Panthers, who apparently recently admitted that he has eaten raccoon. And so they're asking here, Jerry Jones with the hosts on this show, they start talking about eating critters.
All right, Jerry, last one. I want to finish up with a final taste of that Carolina victory. Xavier Leggett, their receiver, says that he eats raccoon, and that set the food world ablaze. We talk about hunting and game with you. Have you ever had raccoon or anything similar, which would shock a lot of other non-hunters or game eaters?
I've eaten a lot of raccoon. Yes. The answer is yes. And I've eaten it hunting. I've actually had it served by my mom at the table away from hunting. And I have eaten raccoon. And yes, it's not uncommon at all. I'll tell you something that is one of my favorites is squirrel. And it's wonderful, and my mother could do a great job of it. And we all had our favorite pieces, and my dad and sister, I have one sibling, a sister, and they would fight over, not fight, but my mom and I, they were just, my sister and I as far as siblings, my mom and I wouldn't even ask for the brain in a squirrel.
Oh, man.
What the heck? I just did. I know it's kind of out of nowhere. I saw that today. I was like, wait, what?
And did you hear the host say, oh, man, like even he had enough. It's like Jerry elaborate, like,
oh, yeah.
He went on and on.
Yes, yes. By the way, my understanding is that according to the Centers for Disease Control, you should not eat squirrel brain, okay? Just so we're covered in case somebody hears that and goes, that sounds pretty good. It's not safe to eat squirrel brain, but Jerry sounds like he's none the worse for it, and he's a big fan.
I will say, having been in the South, having been, he's not the only one. Let me say that. Jerry's not by himself on that. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. What's the worst thing I've ever had? what's the worst thing? Just grasshoppers, maybe crickets.
Oh, I've had those
chocolate covered,
like deep fried or grasshoppers.
Yeah,
they
but
serve
nothing.
They used to serve those up in Seattle at the baseball game, and a friend
Oh,
of mine
really?
went up there and he brought some back, and I had one. It was like whatever.
Yeah, like, but
and they had a little lime
no
sauce on
possum
them.
or nothing like that. Nothing.
Haven't eaten possum. I have not had possum.
Haven't had that.
Yeah.
All right.
I just remember my dogs one time caught a possum, and I went outside. You know, get out of here, and I put the thing in a plastic bag, threw it in the garbage, and like the next day I thought, oh man, he might have been playing possum.
Oh, like literally.
I probably should not have done, I should not have done that.
Oh,
But
man.
we had something when we were in Okinawa. They served us something, and because foreigner, the gaijin, they gave us something that they weren't sure we would eat.
Yeah,
and we ate it, but I don't know what it was, and I think it was some sort of
keep it that way.
Yeah, pig intestines or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Have you ever had baby octopus? Just
No.
like it's a popper.
I don't think so. No, no, a popper. I just it's like popcorn there.
Yeah,
You just throw
another comes
like
to mind, huh?
A chicken nugget or something.
I don't mean to be disrespectful. I realize, as you say, some people that's what they eat. It just floored me that he was just so. Oh, absolutely, it's delicious.
Yeah, prevalent man down south.
Yeah, it's huge.
Like I got family. My maternal side is from Louisiana.
Yep.
Creole and all that type of stuff, and so turtle soup, fish head soup.
Sure.
I've heard of all: possum, raccoon, squirrel, gator.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've definitely seen some people put down some other things.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm gonna
You
pass
ever
on
had
that.
gator?
I've had gator, yes.
Yeah.
I like gator.
You're a gator
fried
guy?
gator. Yeah,
Okay.
I can deal with it. Especially if and I don't know what entails in this sauce. And it kind of reminds you like a tartar sauce, maybe with a little, French dressing taste to it.
Okay.
Man, you drop that gator in there.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee, that thing come out screaming.
The only time I think I
Man.
had alligator, we were in New Orleans before the Super Bowl when the 49ers played the Ravens. And
Yeah.
somebody said, "Oh, we got to go to this place. They have the best alligator chili." And to me, it
Oh,
just
wow.
tastes. To me, it just tastes like chili. I don't know. that
Couldn't
it was so
recognize
good.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I didn't really taste the gatorness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of delicacies, that people enjoy, and it's not for everybody though. Like I've seen people eat the raccoon, prepare it, possum, like I said, the turtle soup, the fish heads, like all those type of things is just not for me.
Turtle's like a delicacy, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
In
it
some
is.
cases.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you got?
We can't. Alligator nuggets from Campy. Yeah. Frog legs. Yeah, I know some people.
Frog
Yeah,
legs,
not enough meat on them.
Yeah, a little too much work.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other part with that is I've seen it baked and then I've seen them fried, and it's like, it's kind of like crab.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you can get a crab that's small,
Yeah,
and it's I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with. Yeah,
Drapes is like, what? I'm
It
cool.
is a great deal of work to get the meat off of a crab.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless or I'll even say a crawdad, like something like a crawfish. Too much work. You can pop the head off, and it's like it's not enough meat in this. That's why you got to eat 50 of them. Your crawfish boiled in. Like, nah, I'm cool, man.
Campy's is rattlesnake chili, and Antonio Ray Harvey snakes and squirrels as well. Jay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely snakes. I've seen the snakes. Snake jerky. Like being in Mexico, I've seen snake jerky a few times hung up. Things like that. Oh, absolutely.
Good for you, Jerry Jones. You go.
Yeah, he went on about it too. It touched the
Yeah.
nerve with him. Like,
Yes.
oh yeah.
Let me say this. I've seen a few, like being in Texas too, being invited to teammates, friends, college buddies, like family who live country. I'll say this, Franklin, Texas, which is probably about 20, 30 miles outside of College Bryan, Station College Bryan, right? Which is where Texas A&M is at. And you got Conroe, what's in between? Hearn in between and all that type of stuff. I've seen people eat bear.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Grilled bear.
Is there anything
Grilled
you wouldn't
bear.
eat? Would you eat?
Yeah,
horse?
a lot of those things I haven't talked about. Bear, horse,
like,
turtle,
all
right?
right, yeah.
Raccoon,
I
possum.
don't think I'd want any horse. I'd have a
Yeah,
hard
no,
time.
I'm
Yeah, I'm good on that.
But, if you're hungry, you're hungry. when we come back. Kings lose. Mike Brown is not happy about the way it happened. Next on Sacktown Sports.
Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The holidays can be tough for some, especially if things from your past are still following you around to this day. Now, don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season, as an expungement can help. And that's where the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez comes in, as he's local and has a great track record. Now that expungement can help you get a job, get your life back in order, and you'll also get your constitutional rights back. He's offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. Call 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda deal, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com. #1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
At Makita, good enough is never enough. Anyone can throw in a stronger motor, but it takes precision to find that balance of power, performance, and longevity. We obsess over every detail. We design, test, redesign, and do it all over again to create tools that'll keep going with you from project to project, job site to job site, year after year. If it's not right, don't put your name on it. Makita, available at the Home Depot.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local. It's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Here you go. How about this? You better box out. You better not shy away from that three ball. Just let it fly. Sacktown's favorite coaches Mike Brown.
Ooh, I see your penmanship. Bars, ghostwriting. I like that. Now you have to go home and put a tune to it. I mean, the tune is there. But
All right.
yeah.
You got it. Yeah, Mike Brown last night. I was a little surprised. I don't know about you. We get to see post game on TV. Mike Brown after game, I thought, hey, he's got to be encouraged that his team came from so far down, shorthanded, nearly beat the Nuggets. They drew up a great play at the end of the game. Got a good shot, didn't go in. But Mike Brown he had said he really wanted to win that game. And he expressed a little displeasure with the way his team defended last night.
Obviously a tough loss. They went zone and I thought we weren't aggressive enough. I thought their zone kind of got us back on our heels and our level of aggressiveness was not there. Having said that, I thought we had some decent looks. DeMar caught an 8-footer and he was wide open and it goes in and out. Foxy got to his floater and it goes in and out. I think Domas might have missed one too. I probably, if I would have done it all over again, I would have stayed with the same crew. If we got those same looks, if we didn't, I would have definitely thrown Doug in the game at that time or a little sooner. I thought Keon was doing a hell of a job defensively. And that's why we stayed the way we stayed. But at the end of the day, our biggest thing we told these guys is two biggest things. They're the best team in the league in transition, and we did a decent job with that. But just like I talked about us locking into the small details for 48 minutes, the thing that hurt, they scored 76 points in the paint. 76 points in the paint. And this is where our team needs to grow sooner than later. We have to lock in. We have to lock into the details. And we got back cut more times in this one game than probably we got back cut all year. And it's because our guy on the bottom weak side ball watched. And the thing about it is you guys won't see any of that in the stat sheets. You won't see back cut after back cut after back cut. I'm not going to say it 26 times, but you won't see the back cut.
Yeah, Mike Brown was, like I said, Kyle, he was a little more upset than I thought he would be at his team's performance last night, all things considered. But he knew what they were capable of. They had it. They had the game. They were in position to put it away. And some defensive shortcomings in his mind cost him that game. And that's his thing.
Yeah, and here's the thing we're seeing from Mike, I feel like recently, and this goes to your point and some of the fans' points. He understands how important these games are. He understands. It was what was it, last week after a win or 2 weeks after a win? It was a great win. Everybody's feeling good. I think it was against the Utah Jazz maybe when we scored 141. But he came out and delivered a stern message. This is how we got to play. Like, while everybody else is, rah, rah, feeling good, he's like, no. So he's trying to get these guys to lock in, and he understands how important these games are. And so, like I said, I came away encouraged yesterday, would have liked to get the win, but clearly, Mike is on a mission to get us to a championship level. And let's keep it real. He's been a part of winning teams, and he knows, like, for instance, you were asking me, earlier when I was delivering Drapes takes, well, the coach is saying this. I'm Draper, the announcer / fan guy. You know what I mean? I don't know what it takes. And if the coach is saying, you know what, we need to do A, we need to do B, we need to do C, that's a message not to the fans or to me and you. That's a message to his team. Mm-hmm. And you're right, man. He's right. They got to lock in right now.
Yeah.
And like Jerry said too, you don't look at it as, oh, it's 82. You look at it as, we need to win this one. We got to win this one. We got to win this one. Game by game, we got to do what's best to win this game.
I get the sense sometimes it's almost as if Mike has been where the Kings want to get to. He's been there, and then he's come back.
Right.
Kings aren't there yet. So he knows everything between here and where they want to get to.
Right.
And the Kings and fans would get excited about this or that. It's almost like he's saying, you don't understand that's fine.
Yeah.
But we got a long ways to go here.
Right. A little premature, you know, like,
this isn't where this
ain't it.
We're nowhere right now.
Right.
We got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to start doing what I ask you to do if you want to actually get there.
Yes. And you're right about that. And, you know, I thought it was a good game, a good effort, but the little things are still biting this team in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
That's you know, if you're going to be concerned about anything, that's the one thing probably I would bring up. How many times have we talked about attention to detail, the little things, you know, the scouting report, you know, 50 points in the paint in the first half against Denver. You know, for sure, that's something the coaches talked about prior to the game. 25 in the second half, they gave up. And so those are the things that keep continuing to bite us in the butt, which is concerning.
That's where the game was lost, right? Because, you know, the Kings defensively, they've been making strides, but that's where they've made their bread and butter, if you will. They defend the paint well.
Right.
And Denver, obviously, that was a matchup of strengths. The Kings paint defense against Denver's paint offense. And Denver won easily.
Yeah. And you know, I'm going to give Michael Malone some credit, man, and his team. Like, their play calling and the way they designed their plays in terms of getting Gordon, everybody else lifted up.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have help or anything.
Yeah.
It's almost like, hey, mano y mano, you got to guard your yard, if you will. And especially in that first quarter, it seemed like they ran the same play time and time again on us out there.
Mm-hmm. There was late in the session, somebody asked Mike Brown about Malik running the offense. And is that when the team really started going, when Malik started being more of a point guard? And Mike looked at him and said, we turned the game around when we started deciding to play defense. So he was very, very upset about that because, again, he realized that was an opportunity to grab one. That said, you have to be, as a fan, I think, somewhat encouraged that the Kings came from 23 down. I was texting my wife last night, thought that anybody cares, but I'm going, I might be coming home at halftime the way this is going, you know. And she said, yeah, I don't blame you. Then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, hold on, it's 14 now. That was incredible the way the Kings not only came back from being down 23, they tilted the game in their favor the other way.
Yeah.
They dominated the second and the third quarter.
Combined for 82 points, I think it was, Whitey. 82 to 57, I think it was. They outscored them over the second and third quarter.
It was remarkable. And then they just, once again, couldn't seal the deal.
And that's what's so frustrating about it too, Whitey, is we had one game, but really it was like 3 games within one.
Yeah.
You know, you had the first quarter, you had the dominant second and third quarter, and then the fourth quarter was something entirely different that we didn't see the first 3 quarters. And so the question is, who are the real Sacramento Kings?
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to think that we're what we saw in the first quarter. Second quarter is what we can become, second and third quarters. Fourth quarter is probably more of what we are right now, some good and some bad. You know, that last 4 minutes where we outscored 16-7, I think it was, had a 10-point lead with 4 minutes left to go. You know, we missed some shots we normally make, and defensively, we had too many open. Aaron Gordon buried a 3, Jokic buried a 3, Westbrook buried a 3. And Murray was fantastic throughout that final frame.
Yeah, to your point, the second and third quarters, the Kings outscored Denver 82 to 55.
55, yeah.
Like,
come on.
55.
Imagine that being let's say it was the first and second quarters, and we're up 82 to 55.
Yeah.
The game's over, right?
Yeah, right.
But we were down 23.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's that a lot of encouraging things, but what we've had a problem with is full 48. We haven't really put together, maybe Utah, you know, you could say, but, you know, I'd rather see it against a team like of Denver's ilk. I want to see it against the Lakers. I need that kind of engagement. We saw second and third quarter, Whitey, first quarter, fourth quarter, a full 48. We haven't seen that yet.
So why can't the Kings close, or why have they had issues closing? Shouldn't say they can't close. They've won games. But why is that an issue for a team with 2 great closers? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll look at that when we come right back here. Drive Guys, Sac Town Sports.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everybody in our neighborhood's been busy putting up Christmas lights. Ho, ho, ho. And one day our neighbor across the street, Robbie, he was gazing admiringly at our house. And I figured he was going to say something nice about the lights. He usually does, which I appreciate. But instead he said, "Hey, I like your new garage door." And we do too, Robbie. Thank you. Thanks. And thanks to National Garage Door, 638-4554. Having a new garage door, it almost feels like having a whole new garage every time I go out into the garage. National Garage Door met all of our high expectations. But the way Daniel came out, took down the old door, got the new one up and running in no time. Turns out there are a lot more things you can do with a garage door and the associated technology than were possible when we got our last garage door in 1944. National Garage Door, meanwhile, has been around since 1974. Their doors are very nice, can do wonders for your curb appeal and your neighbor appeal. But National Garage Door can also tune up your existing door, and they offer 24-hour emergency service. National Garage Door services all brands of garage doors and operators, residential and commercial. If you've got garage door problems, they've got the answers at National Garage Door. We couldn't be happier with our new door. You'll be happy too. 638-4554, National Garage Door.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more. And then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
That's way better than the original from which it was sampled.
Oh, this is classic right here.
On the chat, I was going to say the text side, pardon me. In the chat here, the YouTube chateau, Brandon Deesman says, "This is the most frustrated tone I've heard from Mike Brown." Michael Matter says, "We don't need to see a stat sheet. It was obvious in watching the game. So what adjustments did he make?" I thought, my opinion, I said earlier, I thought both coaches did an excellent job last night. I thought there were a number of adjustments and counter adjustments. I mean, one adjustment, right, Drapes? I mean, right away, early in the game, Mike Brown realized, okay, DeMar cannot guard Aaron Gordon.
Right.
Just, so he tried Jay Crowder. But they were really hamstrung last night without Keegan.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. Keegan, has the size and the body and the strength to at least wrestle with Aaron Gordon, and give Mike Malone credit. That was, part of their game plan. Oh, this is the matchup. Yeah. We're going to go to this. Mm-hmm. And Gordon dominated that first quarter. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. He had 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession.
He had more points than the Kings. At one point, it wasn't even close.
Right. It wasn't even close. Like, and Mike countered with Jay Crowder, But man, by that time, the Nuggets were rocking and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to give one more time Doug McDermott some credit. He got thrown into that starting lineup.
We talked about him yesterday.
Yeah,
we said
he might be. Yeah, he got thrown into that starting lineup, and it was tough at first. But then he found his groove, and like he was engaged out there, man. I like what I saw from Dougie McBuckets out there.
Yeah. You got a shooter. They knew they had a shooter. Just took a while to find his range.
Yep.
So that's one positive here over the last couple of games. But another, I don't know if it was an adjustment or if it was the Kings' game plan all along, and it just took them some time to get into it. But they really did a great job of involving Jokic defensively, and he didn't do much defensively. Like your guy Tony Jones was. I guess he was watching the game last night on X. He was saying, he says, they ask Jokic to do so much. It's not really fair, but he's really not defending at all.
No, he's not. Yeah. And give Sabonis, some credit. I mean, I thought Domas took it right to him. And you're right, man. It's they got him in a lot of actions, I thought, too, talking about Jokic and, making him big man work. And honestly,
so then Denver started playing zone.
Yeah, they switched to the zone and got us there for a little bit. And also, Jokic for about 3 quarters, he was filling up the stat, but his impact wasn't that great.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought it was Murray, Westbrook, Gordon, the bench guys, Peyton Watson and Tyson coming off the bench. And then fourth quarter. Yeah. Who?
I know.
Who? Right? Hunter Tyson. Where'd they get this guy from? But he had an impact. But then I knew Jokic was going to make that 3. That at the end. He had missed every 3 before that, Whitey. And I'm like, game on the line, big shot. He's going to hit.
That's
it.
what
And
the greats do, right?
That's what he do.
They're at their best when they need to be at their best.
Yep. Exactly. So
do you have any explanation as to why the Kings at times have struggled this year to close when they have 2 guys that are among the best closers in the game?
I'm going to go back to something I said earlier. Closing is more than just scoring the basketball down the stretch. We talk about clutch points, and they showed a graphic. De'Aaron Fox leads the league in clutch points, which is fine and dandy. We get that. But you also got to lock in on the other end. Like, dude, we gave up 16 points in 4 minutes, Whitey.
Yeah.
Do the math. That's a 48-point quarter over 12 minutes. Like, and so to me,
nobody was stopping Jamal Murray.
Nobody was stopping Jamal, and, we needed to turn him off. And I feel like it's different reasons at different times. It's not all, we're not closing because we can't score. Well, sometimes we can't score. Sometimes we can't defend. Sometimes we don't box out. Sometimes we don't make free throw. It's just, I feel like it's something different every game, which is, frustrating, man.
Mm-hmm. This is me talking, nobody else. And maybe I don't mean to nitpick. And, DeMar DeRozan is, he's going to be a Hall of Famer and he's a great player. The Kings are fortunate to have him, but he didn't have a very good fourth quarter last night. He struggled defensively at times too, but in that fourth quarter, he's one of your closers, and I'm sure he'd be the first to tell you, he didn't close. He missed a lot of shots, and that had a little bit to do with the fact that they weren't able to get over the hump. Still had that great look at the end. That was a great thing about that play at the end. He fumbles the ball, chases the ball on the baseline to the other side of the basket, and still had
the
look.
Fadeaway. Yeah. Still had an opportunity, and it's that to me, Whitey, that's the frustrating part of the game last night, because it felt like that kind of game deserved a Kings game winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even down to the very last play. Perfect play call.
What do you think he would have had if he hadn't fumbled it? He might have would he have had a layup?
A layup, maybe even a 2-handed dunk, like he had on the other end.
Yeah,
on the other side of the basket. And so, yes. And so just moving a little too fast, a little too, antsy, if you will. But it felt like that game deserved a Kings game winner, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air went out of that place because everyone felt that. It's like, this is their night.
Right.
You don't come from 23 down for nothing. And yeah.
This was one of those games too, where, if you're the Kings, you sort of like a signature kind of win, if you will, statement win,
right.
And I was thinking as I was doing the broadcast too, the way Sabonis was playing, I'm like, he's doing this against Jokic. This might be on all the talk shows and on sports talk radio and national media, ESPN, if we win the game. You had to win the game for that to happen. And of course, I'm listening to the Jeff Teague podcast and they lead, oh, did you see Joker last night? And I'm like, man, Sabonis was giving it to him to work too. And it would have been a conversation about Sabonis had we won the game.
Westbrook last night, he became, was it the number 1 all-time leading rebounder for point guards, or was number 2? Anyway, he moved up.
Really?
Yeah, which is like, okay. Yeah.
All right, we don't care, man.
Past Jason Kidd.
Did he?
Is he now? Yeah. Is he number 1? I think he's number 1 all time
in rebounding
among
point guards.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which, gets a little fuzzy. He's like, a point guard or not?
Yeah. But
that's
kudos to him, man. Kudos to him.
Yeah. One of the things that I continue to be really encouraged by, it's kind of a nerdy, box score thing, but I'm a box score Bobby. The Kings last night had 11 turnovers. They had 8 in the first half.
Really? Only 3 in the entire?
Yes. See, you can win a lot of games if you continue to do that. And they've done a really good job of that.
Yeah, ever since Malik's been in the starting line now, last 6 games, Malik started last 7, but last 6 games, they're number 1 in turnovers. Like they're that's what I'm saying. They're doing a lot of good things that show up in the box score too. You know what I mean? Talking about taking care of the ball, talking about fast break points, talking about, 3-point shooting is better now than it was, first 15 to 20 games of the season. But it's the little things that aren't showing up as much. That's where they're killing themselves right now.
Do you think they should consider in the fourth quarter going through Domas more than they do? He was 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter. DeMar had 6 shots. De'Aaron got 8. And Domas is so hyper efficient. Is that something maybe they need to just a little tweak? I'm not saying run everything through Domas, but he doesn't typically get a lot of shots in the fourth quarter. And when he does, he's still pretty efficient.
Yeah. That's tough because usually, and we've seen it even before DeMar got here, and Domas has talked about it. Fourth quarter is Fox time.
Yeah.
You know, and so even back during the 48-win season, it wasn't like we ran it through Domas in the fourth quarter. And so that's a great question. I don't know the answer to it. I don't know the answer because you got 2 of the best clutch players in the game, and ideally you want the ball in their hands. But I could see a scenario where, you know what, we're going to run it through Domas and then get everybody involved. Maybe harder to defend that way down the stretch too.
And then, like you say, I think one of the things that makes it harder to answer is, and Mike Brown mentioned this at the top of his comments last night, it's not like they weren't getting good shots. Again, they just weren't going in. And that's the whole, well, no matter what you're doing offensively, the idea is to get good shots.
Yes.
If they don't go in, you just have to scratch your head and say, well, they'll go in next
They'll
game.
go in next time, right? I mean, and the thing about it too, down the stretch, that some of the shot, it wasn't like they were contested threes or and like these are shots Fox and DeMar usually make down the stretch, and usually make during games. And, last night they didn't fall. And conversely, it seemed like Denver hit everything down. Like they couldn't miss a shot that last 4 minutes. Yeah.
When we come back, take a quick glance at the NFL. Tell you why, when it comes to players who are drafted in the NFL, you should be listening to these 3 people right here.
Yes.
All right. That's who you should be listening to next on Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. A cool and foggy start Wednesday. Valley temperatures in the lower 40s. Visibility improves late morning, but that overcast will hang around through midday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's the year-end event right now at Folsom Lake Kia with huge year-end savings, low finance rates, and zero down deals with approved credit. Come see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Seasons change, but if you hope to stay healthy, your body needs to stay active year-round, whether that's in the gym or on the trail or at work, and that's where the Good Feet store can help. Good Feet's personalized arch support system supports all 4 arches, relieving pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back. And Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Visit goodfeet.com for an appointment or stop in for a free fitting. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial. We will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Get huge year-end savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado now at Maida Chevy.
With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on select new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area.
$8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing lease in some of the offers.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kyle Draper. Equip your staff with top-notch uniforms, professionally cleaned and delivered weekly to your workplace by Alsco Uniforms, proud sponsors of the Sacramento Kings Mob Crew. Our services include uniforms, towels, floor mats, mops, first aid supplies, and restroom essentials to uphold cleanliness and safety standards in your business. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Visit alsco.com to learn more. Again, visit alsco.com.
Is it love or obsession? Does it all turn to pain? Is it power possession?
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
I just hope Christmas isn't ruined for everybody because we haven't been able to get the Draper My Guy or the Drive Guys shirts available for people to purchase for the holidays.
All right, man. Jeez.
I know that there's a lot of people that's like, Santa, can I get one of those?
This guy, Jay. You hear this guy over here?
Santa's like, there's nothing
like I ain't got enough going on. You know what I mean?
Looks like you buying something.
Yeah, dog. I'm trying to order Christmas gifts for the kids right now.
You both right now.
Right? You know what I mean? And so I got you. I'll design something tonight and then get your approval.
Don't you think there's a lot of fans out there that are like, oh, man, that would have been the perfect stocking stuffer.
All right. Look, I will
Maybe
do
I'm
it.
wrong.
I will do it. But on one condition. Us three agree on the price for the shirt. What's a good or am I just giving them out to people?
Oh, I don't know.
See?
I don't know. We should probably discuss that.
Yeah, we need to discuss that
all through your website, right?
Yeah, got to go through.
It's really kind of your call.
Well, you know me. I'm always trying to make an extra dollar, so, right. What's a good price for a T-shirt, though? Really, seriously. Like, how much would you pay? $24.99? And I'm not saying for this. I'm just saying in general. Like, as I price items on the site, like.
That's about where I'm at.
Depends on I'm assuming it's
quality and stuff. Yeah.
Shirt.
Anything more than that is all right. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Like a tee. Yeah. Tops. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to walk in like, oh, okay, 25. Okay. No.
All right. I can do that. Yeah. But if it's like 45,
we start getting to 50. It's like, ooh.
What is this?
Okay.
A Taylor Swift tour?
Right. I'm going to design something tonight.
I'm cool.
You know what? I was going to hang with the kids, engage with them, play a board game.
Don't let Whitey talk you out your plans, man.
Want me to be a horrible father just to make some damn T-shirts, but all right, I got you. Whitey.
Whatever it takes.
Now let me ask you:
the pressure's on.
Our faces got to be on it though, right? Or like it got to, we got to have some sort of.
See, we've got like 4 or 5 designs in the air. Because you got the My Guy. You got like My Guy is a Draper.
Yeah, that's
at least got to do a Draper shirt.
I'll do that. But the Drive Guys one would
gotta
be
have
sweet.
one, yeah.
Well, that would be sweet. Compio would be our first customer, I'm sure. He's been loyal since day one.
That's out Compio.
Yeah, and I played at Land Park Golf Course, William Land Golf Course today. Yeah, big fella.
Okay.
Oldest golf course out there, right?
Boy.
Yeah.
That's a short one, right?
That's a 9-hole, right?
Yeah, I just did 9, little 9. It was
My
foggy
daughter
out
lives
there.
out that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She out there? Yeah.
She hitting it? She striping it?
No, sir.
Oh, all right.
She lives out there. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll work on that T-shirt, man. I'll work on that.
All right.
$9.99. How about that?
Oh,
Special
that's
price,
yes.
$9.99 for Drive Guy listeners.
Now, that's the holiday
Black
spirit.
Friday stuff
I
right
know,
there,
there
brother.
you go. There you go.
By the way.
Oh, hold up real quick.
Yeah.
You got. Should I read this comment on YouTube from my boy Derek Too Shifty, or should you?
Oh, that's not right.
That's
Derek.
true, though. It's true. It's accurate. Derek Too Shifty. It's got to have a picture of Jay and Whitey cheating Drapes in the quiz. Exactly. That's
come on.
What is that?
That's good stuff, Derek. That's good stuff. Oh man. All right, go for it, man.
Dude, who was that?
Derek Too Shifty.
Who's a big? I mean, at least he's consistent. He's a big Draper.
Yeah,
fan.
he's always been my
heard
guy.
from him in a while. By the way,
I'm gonna give him a Drapes Guy T-shirt for free too. I'm gonna hook him up.
He knows what he's doing. Today will be Game 4 of the in-season tournament for Whitey's Wayback.
So I can end this thing.
No,
I'm up 2-1.
Yeah, it's best of 7.
Best of 7.
Oh, best of 7. Oh,
you
I
see
put
what
best of
you see
5.
what you
All right,
see what you're supporting there, Too Shifty.
I thought it's first round, old school, best of 5. Okay.
Seattle versus Denver.
Right. All right, my bad.
Dikembe with the ball on the floor. Yeah. I will say this about the Drive Guys.
You guys are shout out to Ted. Oh man. Shout out to Ted. You want to read that one or no?
Huh. Well,
I don't know about that. All right, Ted, you got that one off, big fella. You got that one off.
Yeah, you got it away. Let's see here. Falcons, according to NFL.com, the Falcons appear to be strongly mulling a quarterback change.
Yeah.
One that could have wide-ranging ramifications. That said, the controversial pick of Michael Penix will serve them well. That's from Ian Rappaport. Now, I just want to point out that when the Falcons drafted Michael Penix, that man in there, Jay, said, I think it's a good draft pick. That man right there, Kyle Draper, said, I think they should have drafted him. This man right here, I said, I think it's a good draft.
Yes.
Pick. And so many of the experts, what are they doing?
Right. They already got Kirk Cousins. And
turns out, looks like it was a pretty good pick.
It is. It really is. And, you know, for Penix to go to that, we knew, despite the $100 million that Kirk Cousins got, we knew he was only a short-term guy, right? He wasn't somebody you build for the future for 3-5 years down the line. And, you know, Falcons are in the midst of a division race right here. They still got a shot. I think they trailed Tampa by 1 game.
And what did Cousins throw for last night? Like 117 or something? He was not very good.
And Jay's been out on him his whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousining things right now. And so I would love to see Michael Penix out there. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I understand my boy Caleb Williams is struggling, but I'm looking at what Bo Nix is doing out there. And Penix was, you know, the better the quarterbacks coming. So, you know, I would love to see Penix out there.
Now, we haven't talked much about this today. We haven't talked at all about it. What do you make, Drapes, of the NBA All-Star Game format. The new format was officially announced today. It'll be an All-Star tournament with 4 teams of 8 players because we're still figuring out 4-team, 3-game, 1-night tournament, 3 teams of 8 All-Stars apiece, and the 4th team being the winner of the Rising Stars Challenge or first and second for first and second year players. The winning team in all the games will be the first to score 40 points.
It's despicable.
What do you think?
Thank you for that despicable.
Here we go.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. Well, first of all, here's the thing. Because you have these 2 separate matchups, if you will, one matchup is going to be established NBA stars against first or second year players.
Uh-huh.
I don't really want to see that.
Does this make it any better for you?
Yeah.
The teams will be named after Shaq, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith. It'll be Team Shaq, Team Charles, Team Kenny, and the Rising Stars winner that'll go to the tournament will be Team Candace.
Sign me up then. Oh, never mind. I'll change my opinion. I'm on board. Because here's the problem, Whitey. The great thing about the All-Star, if it's played correctly, some of the matchups you get. What if LeBron's on a team and Steph's on a different team, but we never even see them play each other?
Mm-hmm.
What if KD, you know what I mean? This robs us of certain matchups. And ultimately, it doesn't matter if the players don't play hard.
Right.
I don't care what you do.
Right.
If the players aren't into it, it's not going to change anything.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing that is a little wonky to me. You know, when you have the All-Stars, you have how many starters? How many starters in an All-Star game?
5, right?
Well, for each team.
Right,
so
each team, 10.
Yeah. Well, you will have that this year. You have 10 starters and then the reserves, but you'll need more than 10 starters because you need 5 starters for 3 teams.
Yeah.
So guys that are reserves will be starters.
That's weak.
But they'll still be, when it's listed, he was an All-Star reserve that year.
But he's like, hold up, I started. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing. And Adam Silver, I think, is a great commissioner. But they had a committee, they had a focus group, they did all kinds of research, and this is what they came up with. This is not it right here, Whitey.
I don't like it, but I can see how it's worth a try. If the tournament games, if people actually compete.
Do you think the players will take it seriously? Because ultimately, that's what it boils down to. Are they? Let's say.
Maybe, but what if they go through the motions for this just like they did for the game? It would be
now what
worse.
then? Right? Exactly. But if I'm a player, do I really care if I advance to the finals of this All-Star format? I might not even want to, because then my night is done. I could get out of here earlier or something. You know what I mean? I can relax.
But I got a little something.
Oh, you got some enticement?
Each player on the All-Star champion team gets $125,000. Each player in the runner-up team will get $50,000, and the players on the teams eliminated in the semifinals, which I think that's the first round.
Yeah, first round.
Will get $25,000.
More money, more money, more money.
So there you go. You're in now, right? You could be on Team Shaq and you could win $125,000.
That ain't moving the needle for about.
That's not. Because Jay,
90% of the NBA.
These dudes make it $50 million a year.
The All-Stars. Remember, these aren't G League.
Yeah, these are the top of the
Exhibit
tops.
10s.
Right.
These are All-Stars.
Yeah.
That's not $100K. Man, cats are spending that on tennis shoes.
I'll be glad when this is over.
Let me throw this at you too, and hopefully the integrity of the game will be top notch. But I would imagine the rising stars, the younger players, aren't getting paid 50, 60 million.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
they
have more
Team
incentive.
Candace.
Yeah, Team
Watch out for
Candace.
Team
Right.
Candace.
They might be the team to keep an eye, because $100,000, 125, that might mean something to them.
Mark Rodriguez says it's something that the Continental Basketball Association would do.
An old CBA.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man. I get trying to fix it. But if I'm Adam Silver, I got to go to the players and say, guys, I need you on this. You know what I mean? This isn't about the format or, elam ending or anything like that. This is about personal. Hey, guys, play hard. You know, they play harder in Rico Hines Summer League at UCLA than they do in the All-Star game.
Could be a lost cause. Could be no saving it, but we'll see. Yeah, you're right. If this doesn't work, then what?
Right.
Video games next year. More than a trade, the Kings could use what? They could use this. We'll tell you what next on Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. A cool and foggy start Wednesday. Valley temperatures in the lower 40s. Visibility improves late morning, but that overcast will hang around through midday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, don't miss year-end savings at Folsom Lake Kia. Hurry in for low payments and zero-down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
The holiday driving season is here, and my good friends over at Jiffy Lube have an awesome holiday oil change special going on right now. Get a full synthetic oil change starting at just $76.99 with a $33 off coupon online. That's right, starting at just $76.99 for up to 5 quarts of full synthetic motor oil with the online coupon. Go visit jiffylube.com right now, find a location near you, and get that $33 off full synthetic oil change coupon now. Most vehicles are covered, especially vehicles and diesel or extra. You got to share the coupon for discounts. See the store for details. Happy holidays from Jiffy Lube.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Merry Christmas from Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're still celebrating Black Friday all month long. When buying a car, getting a good deal, it's kind of the easy part. Where Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram really sets themselves apart from anywhere else is the experience, from sales to service and everything in between. It's why so many people keep coming back to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's because it's the place where a handshake still means something. And if you've been wanting to experience that Jeep life, there's no better time than now. SacSuperstore.com, located off of Business 80 across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their root op with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Kyle Draper for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. It's that time of year. You know what time of year it is. The Mercedes-Benz Vans year-end sales event is underway. Don't think twice, because it's the perfect opportunity to take your drive to the next level. They're perfect for any business needs. Mercedes-Benz Vans, they offer a wide range of commercial vehicles. Trust me on this. They got Sprinter vans. You could turn it into a worker cargo van, a worker passenger van, or how about just a plain old passenger van? I could do that also. They're fully customizable. And one of the things I love about their Sprinter vans, I'm a big guy. I could fit in them comfortably. So now is the time to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. They can help you with all your van needs. Ask about customer cash and even special financing options. And business owners, now is the time to take advantage of those year-end tax breaks. So take the short drive down I-5 or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them your boy Drapes sent you.
Ho, 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 ho. Looks like you made the ice list this year.
Santa, don't you mean the nice list?
No, ice, because Prestigio Jewelers carries all the ice you need.
For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Make this Christmas season unforgettable. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
It's a whole nother day. I'm back up in ya, Snoop Eagle Double G. I represent her, been away for a while.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Let's see what's going on in the chateau here. Smartest YouTube viewers in radio. Here's what they have to say about the current situations here. Camp, he says, on the All-Star game, players have no hunger. Players have no hunger for the game anymore. Big contracts make players soft. Let the G League top teams and tell the NBA players to stay home. I don't want to watch the G League All-Stars. I mean, good for them, but I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Come on, dude.
Nima 1832. Want the All-Stars to work? Make players' contracts include All-Star victory as a stipulation. All NBA, All-Star if All-Star need a victory. I'm not sure I quite understand that, but I don't think it'll work.
No, it doesn't work, right?
It is weird the way they have the contracts now where you can qualify for a max if you are voted on to, all NBA, first team, second team, third team. That's ludicrous. I don't know whoever agreed to that.
Yeah.
But how much you pay a team, or excuse me, how much you pay a player is based in part on what writers think he's worth relative to other players. That's ridiculous.
That's and the All-Star is even worse, and you can't have it tied to that because you got fan voting and all that too in it. Yeah, you're right. And a lot of times too, you know how it is, Whitey. Players and media have their fan favorite, their favorites. You know what I mean? It's yeah.
Nima says, I meant if being an All-Star, you need to win too. It's like you got to be on an All-Star team and you got to win the game. I see. The incentive is, it's not going to work.
What, to get paid?
It's got to be in your contract. You get, make that a clause in the contract. Got to be an All-Star and you're going to win the game. It's just doesn't work. IP says, in my view, a good part of the reason the Kings have trouble at home is the beam. It doesn't make sense to give a visitor extra motivation. No sense rubbing their face in it. I got to tell you, these are not the greatest. This is not the greatest collection of, people. They're just not trying as hard because it's almost Christmas.
Right. They mailing it in today, huh?
Yeah.
So you don't like that take? You think the beam? You don't think the beam is giving extra?
I've heard it before. It's not a horrible take. It's not the most original take.
Yeah.
But typically, you know how it is. We can just glance over there. You don't have to check them. It's like, I'll just read one randomly and it'll be great. And today's like, really?
Yeah, they're
all have
lacking.
days like that. I certainly have days like that, but you know what I'm saying, right?
No, I'm with you,
not
man.
to drag you in.
No, I know. You're trying to get me to co-sign your hatred of who is Iapa Profundulus. I never heard of that.
I was afraid to say that because I'm not sure what that means.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Oh, you're right. I might have said something
that's why
bad.
I called them IP.
IP. Okay. All right.
It's probably nothing. And
That's
thank
IP's
you.
first comment, too,
And
right?
I know, and I feel badly now. It's their first comment, and here I am kind of ragging them a little bit.
He's probably all nervous to type that and everything, and you shooting him down like that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. We're just having fun here. Just having fun. Just talking sports and other things like squirrel brain. This is from Law Murray in The Athletic. He has his power rankings today.
Love Law Murray.
Yeah. And I like his power rankings because he always adds something to it. And he has his tiers, but he has what teams need this week in his rankings, what teams need in the trade market the most. Here's what he says about the Kings. See if you agree. Sacramento Kings, another team that has been way too top heavy. In the Kings Monday night roller coaster home loss to the Nuggets, Herter was out with a shoulder injury. Julian Strother made more field goals than the entire Sacramento bench. Don't get mad at me. That's what he.
I'm about to shoot it. Go at him. I'm about to go at him.
More than a trade, Law Murray says. More than a trade, the Kings could really use the contributions of rookie lottery point guard Devin Carter, himself out to begin the season after shoulder surgery, but they may need to break up a contract for some more depth. Malik Monk is the starting shooting guard now after signing a deal this offseason. And Herter, he says, Kevin Herter, under contract through 2026, makes $16.8 million this season. Perhaps there is a way for Sacramento to get some more help if it shops Herter's deal this winter. So to me, the thing that really stood out there is he says more than a trade, Kings need something from Devin Carter. And the latest I heard on him, you may have heard more recent information, Drapes, but I believe the Kings said in January they'll have another medical update.
Yep. That sounds about right.
But everything we've seen, and I know you've been to practice, but just being there early, we've seen him working out and scrimmaging. He's got to be close.
Yeah, he's not just on the side by himself shooting. He's actually taking a part in some things. And, I don't want to put the unfair expectations that this guy is going to be, the end-all, be-all, and the savior for our team. But we're talking about a lottery pick. Let's not forget that. And this kid has talent. If he can give the Kings something, The question is, how many minutes can he get? Like, how does he crack the rotation when he's already, we're already deep at that position, where by the time he plays, we'll be 60% into the season probably. It's going to be hard, but that's another body you can throw out there. Law Murray is a great guy, great writer. He mentions Kevin Huerter, but he also fails to mention Keegan Murray was out. Trey Lyles was out. And so I need to see Trey back. I need to see Kevin Huerter back. Do I think we need more bench help? Yes. But it may not be as dire as we're talking about. Of course, you're not going to get a bunch of bench points when you're missing 3 rotation guys. It's just, you're counting on guys that are, Kobe Jones is not going to come in and give you 20. That's not his role with this team. And so I got to see Trey and Keegan and Kevin back.
I know Devin Carter is listed as a point guard, but if I remember my pre-draft scouting reports, he can play off the ball too, right?
He's for sure, 100%.
Because on this team, he's not going to get a chance to play much point guard.
Yeah, he's a combo guard. He's a combo guard. And, when I look at him, I'm going to throw a name out there, a Delonte West type, not necessarily can handle the ball. Yes, but is more of a scorer. He's a high energy guy as well. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, can get after it defensively, from what I'm told. And so I don't know if this guy is the difference between a play-in seed and a playoff seed, but it's another body. You know what I mean? It's another weapon that Mike Brown has at his disposal.
So hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll have some idea there. I'm hoping they are able to do something. I don't want to see anybody go, but I think upgrading the rotation so that Mike Brown at least he's able to go to the same rotation every night. People blame him. I think it's because he doesn't have faith in the players. I'd love to see him upgrade the bench. Don't want to see anybody go necessarily, but I think they need to do that. By the way, Forrest here.
Oh, my guy.
Line. I need a shirt for free, too. Forrest is requesting one of your.
Damn, Forrest. Dog, you think a $12 bracelet gets you a free T-shirt, too? My gosh. I got you, though. It may be 6 months from now because you know how long it took me to send you that bracelet, but I got you, Forrest. I shouldn't be giving away all these T-shirts, though.
You've only given away a couple so far,
but
right?
then Campio is going to be like, Drapes, I got to get one. And then, Manny Too Legit and 10 and all this. That's it.
What you said is 100% accurate.
That's it. No more freebies. That's it. We are done. Oh, man. Somebody from the 916. Huerter and Murray have been out for one game. What are you waiting for, Drapes? That's not working. It's not true. We had just won 4 out of the last 5 games, and we're without Trey Lyles. Kevin Huerter had been playing well, coming in that 6-man role. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm waiting for. And I really need to see Trey Lyles. What's Trey Lyles going to give us, Whitey? At his best, he's a 20-minute kind of night guy, two-way guy, can knock down some threes, maybe 10 points a game. We just need to see it. Like, if Trey comes back and is not giving us, what I want to see, then it becomes even more dire, like that sense of urgency to upgrade. But I need to see what Trey can do for us.
I understand that. You may be right. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But I agree with what Jerry said, if I remember correctly. And that is, if the Kings are able to make a move and upgrade, they have a chance to finish in the top 6.
Yep.
If they don't, it's going to be tough to do that. Now, maybe they don't do anything and they end up, winning almost all their games in the second half and they're a 3 seed. That could happen. But to me, your best chance to finish in the top 6, make the playoffs, maybe make some noise in the playoffs, is to upgrade the roster. So I'm hoping that they find a way to do that.
Well, here's the deal, and I agree with you and Jerry. You got to upgrade it. It may not be as dire. I'm looking at the West, and the problem with the West is Memphis and Houston are a lot better than I expected. And so when I look at the top 6, who are we kicking out? Who are we leapfrogging, if you will? OKC, they're we're not catching them. Memphis, are we kicking him out? Is Houston going to come crashing back down to earth? Dallas, Denver, Phoenix. You may be a play-in team, Whitey, but that doesn't playing, there's like this negative, but a good team is going to be in the play-in. A good team is there's going to be
Houston last year and they missed the play-in. They were
41-41. They were a 500 team and didn't even make the play-in. I'm looking at a team like Minnesota, who was 2 last year, second seed. They might be in the play-in.
Right.
Phoenix could be us. Like, there's going to be some heavyweights in the play-in tournament.
That's why whatever you're going to do, you better do it as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to rush into a deal and make a bad deal, but if there's a deal brewing, you got to do it as soon as you can because every game is so vitally important.
How about this? Kings 5-5 their last 10, right? Well, Denver 6-4 their last 10. Phoenix 5-5. Golden State 2-8. You know, I'm looking at Houston 6-4. So over the last 10, the Kings are kind of right there with everyone pretty much except OKC and Memphis, and throw Dallas because Dallas has been hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the West, we started off the season talking about there's going to be a lot of teams between 48 and 50. It might be a lot of teams from 41 to 46 wins. You know what I mean? It might be bunched up right there.
Mm-hmm. Mark Rodriguez in the chat. I just want Mike Brown and Monty McNair to be on the same page. That's all I want for Christmas.
Is there a belief that they're not?
Apparently there is. Mark Rodriguez.
I just want. I think the lines of communication is always open. I remember Jason Anderson. Remember last year had the. You would think that would be settled. Like that wouldn't be an issue, and so I don't think that's an issue right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Mike wants some help is all. I'm sure Monty wants to get him help. And so we'll see where this goes. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll come back with a look at what De'Aaron Fox had to say. Is De'Aaron Fox putting the Kings on the clock, Drapes? We'll answer that when we come back to Sacktown Sports.
Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at tryethos.com. That's tryethos.com.
So right now, maybe the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE, 877-26-BIBLE.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Ba, 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 ba. Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company, sold on report.
Did you know that replacing garage doors is the biggest return on investment homeowners can get on improvements? Jason Ross here, and let me tell you about the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, a family-owned and operated company with third-generation owners that's been in business for 71 years right here in Sacramento. With new garage doors from Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, you'll not only get the wow factor, but you'll also know that you're working with a well-respected and proven company. Residential and commercial, brand new garage doors, or repairs to existing doors, they do it all. Take advantage of their free at-home estimates on new garage doors, or check out the showroom with no appointment needed. And while you're at it, mention me, Jason Ross, or Sacktown Sports, and receive $100 off a new garage door paired with a new garage door opener. Check out their website at ohdsac.com or call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
The bad news for us in studio is that one of our two TVs is stuck on Channel 10. The good news is the final game of the Emirates Cup is on Channel 10. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we get to actually watch it.
Thunder in the box.
Yes.
For the tournament cup thing. This game doesn't even count. It's a game that doesn't count, and it's supposed to be more meaningful than the other games. Okay.
Come on, man. I mean,
it doesn't count.
So if the Kings are in it, don't even count. Screw that. We're not what? No, it's a sort of sense of pride for Milwaukee, for OKC, for ESPN and ABC, for the NBA. It's a marketing thing. We understand that. It's not, we ain't going to be like the Lakers, anything like that 50 years from now. We're in season tournament champs. Would you rather have a full day of just meaningless December games, or that's the part I'm not a fan of? Because you know why, Whitey? Tomorrow there's no NBA games.
I know.
That's the part that bothers me.
Schedule.
The schedule. It's messing with the schedule. That's what I don't like.
Didn't they last year play the semifinals on Thursday and then the championship on a Saturday or something like that?
And I think it was it went up against something last year.
Well,
and
probably NFL.
NFL, or something. Yeah, exactly.
Thursday night football.
Thursday night football. And so people are like, oh, this is better. I don't know. I feel like it's worse to me. Like, I mean, I'll watch it tonight. I'll race home and watch it. But there's nothing else out there. That's why. No other basketball except college basketball. And so, yeah. Is that outside? You hear all that laughing?
I did.
It's a freaking party out here. Hold up, man. Hold on.
Drapes is going to investigate the source of sound. Yeah.
Quiet on that.
James is out of pocket, man.
This is a soundproof studio.
No, but I heard that. You didn't hear that? I was like,
too.
my gosh.
Right.
All right. Sorry about that. I'm tired. Yeah.
James is doing too much.
I know.
He's sleeping, man.
I'm tired. Delirious, bro. Seriously.
It'd be interesting to see what those T-shirts end up looking like, huh? He's going to go.
I know, right?
That's what I said. Don't worry about that.
Nah, I'm a hook us up, man. We're gonna have a drive, guys. We don't even have a logo or anything.
I know.
We gotta come up with a look. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some options.
That's awesome. That's awesome. De'Aaron Fox may have some options, Drapes. What do you think of De'Aaron Fox's comments on the Draymond Green podcast, which I believe dropped today, right? I think it dropped today.
Yeah.
Here's what De'Aaron Fox had to say to Draymond Green and his co-host Baron Davis about his future here in Sacramento.
For me, man, it has all to do with the team, the organization. Where are we going? I want to make sure that we're in a position to try to win in the future, because that's ultimately what I want to do. Like, I feel like I'm continuing to get better as a player every year. But for me, are we looking like we're continuing to get better year after year? And are we going to be able to compete at a high level? And that's all mine is. Like, if we can show that this year, like, you sign the extension now. If not, like, I still have another year, but that's where my mindset is. I love the city. Like, I love being here. I've raised my family here. I would love to be here and retire here. I mean, how many people can say they played in one organization for their whole career? Like, I want to be a part of that select few people, but at the end of the day, I also want to win.
Now, a lot of people hear that and they think, well, he's obviously talking directly to management, to the front office. Is that the way you hear it?
I mean, you could spin it like that. I don't. He's just being honest. Like, he's asked a question.
He certainly is.
And I don't think it's by design, anything De'Aaron says, I would imagine he says it behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like every star player should say what De'Aaron just said. Like, you want to play for a champion. Yes, you want to be here. Yes, you're a part of this community, but you also want to win. Like, that should be every player. Every player from 1 through 15 should say that.
Not all of them have the leverage to say that.
Right, exactly.
Player like De'Aaron Fox does.
Right, but I don't think it's a warning to front office or anything like that. I think it's just a reality of the situation. That didn't even need to be said. If I'm Monty and they trying to build a winner also. It's not like they're just sitting on their hands or anything like that. And so I don't think it's a message. He's sending a message. No. Or putting pressure on them or anything like that, because I would imagine they want to win also.
That's a great point. I don't think I'd consider that. In any similar situation, any NBA team realizes this guy is not necessarily going to want to stay here.
Right.
Dallas with Luka, and you mentioned Milwaukee with Giannis. Sometimes they do come out and they say something publicly, but whether they do or not, you're right. It's obviously incumbent upon the organization to recognize the situation.
I think it's just the nature of business right now, the nature of the league right now, where especially if you're a smaller market, you live every day with the fear that your superstar player might ask out. It's just the way the business is right now. And these players, they have more leverage than ever before. You know what I mean? Like, they can force their way out. And so I think every team operates in that way.
You also made a good point. I think the last time we talked about this, you pointed out that if you try to look at it from De'Aaron Fox's perspective, not to assume anything, but he's got to recognize, okay, they did trade for Domas. They just acquired DeMar DeRozan. We don't know how those things are going to work, but clearly they indicate a willingness to make moves designed to win, right? I mean, and I also, in my opinion, part of this is, De'Aaron has been through some tough phases
lean years.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Some lean years with this team.
Right.
And he doesn't want to stick around here, or he certainly doesn't want to go anywhere if he's going to go to an organization or stay with an organization that's going to go through more of those lean years. So I get that, but there's every indication that the team is focused on turning this thing around. And so far, they're working on it. It's not right now as far along as they hoped, but clearly it's a lot further along than it was before Mike Brown got here.
Well, when you look at it too, Whitey, let's consider the last 3 seasons like this. Let's say it's a 400 meter run, 1 lap around the track. We got out the gates pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Like, that first year, we shut out the gate, built the lead. But now, as we're rounding the last turn, Dallas has come up, OKC, Minnesota. So what's Monty and Wes and Paul going to do that down the home stretch of De'Aaron's contract? We're making a push for the tape. You know, and I feel like that's a good analogy because we started off great. You get Domas, you bring in Mike Brown, everything's fine and great. We're on the right track. We're feeling good. But damn, here comes everybody else now on our heels and maybe even passing us.
Like, where'd they?
Right. What the heck?
Houston.
What do we do to give us that boost down the stretch?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. So with the deadline approaching, we'll see if that motivates the Kings in any way to act. It probably shouldn't, right? It's something you're aware of, to your point. It's something you're aware of, but you got to do what's best for the organization either way. Some NBA teams get at cross purposes where I think Milwaukee did this, and I know they're playing for the Cup tournament tonight. But Giannis was, hinting, hey, I don't know if I want to stay here. They'd already won their championship. So what they do, they go out and get Dame. And I don't know if that was the most prudent thing to do because it cost him Drew Holiday.
Right.
But it's like, well, we got to keep Giannis happy. Okay, but if we keep Giannis happy, it's going to put us on a path maybe we don't want to be on, and then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. Different look at what happened with the Clippers. They got Kawhi Leonard. But they couldn't get Kawhi unless they got Paul George.
Yeah.
And they trade Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
So the organizations are trying to placate these superstars, and sometimes it doesn't work. But in the case of Milwaukee, if you don't get, Dame Lillard, Giannis may want to leave. And so even if you don't win a championship, I would argue Milwaukee is still better off because they made the move, because Giannis, as of now, seems to be okay with being there.
To me, this is the trickiest part of where the Kings are. They're pretty good right now. They're in the middle. We know they're capable of being better than that. They're in the middle, and you don't want to be there. So how do you get out of the middle? It's harder to get out of the middle and move up without the draft picks. And there are no shortcuts to taking those leaps. That's why it's so imperative for this team to start playing as well as they can now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you're good enough now where even the picks you have, they're not going to be great. And so it becomes difficult to draft those guys that are going to transform your franchise. And you just can't be stuck in the middle in the NBA. It's a bad place to be.
Right. You don't want to be in that mediocre purgatory.
Where you're pretty good, not
pretty
good,
not great,
not bad enough to get any really good players.
I will say this, though, and I'm just throwing this out there as a conversation piece, Kings fans. Considering where we were for 16 years, is being top 8, top 9 consistently acceptable or not?
No.
Great question.
Okay. All right.
I think
Jay chimed in quickly with that.
Yeah, no.
Tell me why not, Jay. Tell me why not.
Because I think, to take the words from Herm Edwards, you play to win the game, right? And as much as the 16 years were super lean, talking about the leanest that you could probably cut,
right?
Cut it. There is still something. There's still hope. There's always a goal to pop the bottle. You look at Cubs fans, you look at Red Sox fans, you look at some of the, look at the Detroit Lions. There's organizations who have never won a championship. And I think if you go and you talk to those fans, there's always the lasting hope that you win a championship. And so, no, I'm not okay with mediocrity. No, I'm not okay with being average. No, I'm not okay in the form of, being in the middle, as you guys are talking about, for the next 4 or 5, 6 years, because there's going to come a point in time, fellas, where if you're in the middle, if you're fighting for the 8th, the 9th to play in, the 7th, the 8th for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, now we're talking about, well, that's just another run that we just came off of. And so, no, I think you have to have, one way or another. I'd rather you go for broke and say we went all in and then restart over. I think fans are okay with that.
What do you think of this, Jay? I see what you're saying. And I think for any organization in sports, it's a matter of, are our fans okay with it? And I think Kings fans have already answered that, because you had the light the beam year, right? Everyone was going crazy. Last year, people started to say, oh, no.
Yeah.
1 year in.
Right. That quickly.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
This isn't it. And so now, as the team has struggled early, there's still some like, wait, I thought this was going to be better. So clearly, to me, this fan base is saying that's not good enough for us.
Which is, when I look at that, that's kind of what I want for a fan base. I don't want a fan base to, as Jay said, accept mediocrity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to be better than that. To Jay's point and to your point as well. We got to demand. Mike Brown ain't accepting mediocrity.
Right.
Like, you know, the organization shouldn't accept mediocrity if we're talking about really winning the championship. You know what I mean? And competing for a championship. I get that. But let me ask you this too, fellas. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. How long did it take Michael Malone in Denver to win a title?
I don't know.
5 or
7
6
years?
years.
Yeah.
No, it was like 8 years, bro. 7 years it took him. He's in his 10th season right now with Denver. They just won 2 years ago.
That was 9, yeah.
Yeah, he's in his 10th
6,
season.
7, yeah, okay.
Like, and so Mike and Monty, 3rd season for Mike Brown. And I think just the taste of it makes us feel like, oh, we got to get it now. We want it now. We want it now. It takes time. And I'm not making any excuses. I'm saying if it doesn't happen this year, doesn't mean it's been a failure or anything like that. You're still building. It took Boston how many years?
Too long.
Too long, right?
Yeah.
And they've had hella talent out there, you know, and it still took them a long time.
I think, but the difference, and I'll compare it to Denver, not Boston. Boston has a history. So where those fans have been satisfied enough, right, Drapes, and you can speak to that. They've already tasted the filet mignon. They've already had the frog legs. So, like,
they won one last year, and then right away it was, well, when are you going to win
win
the next
another one?
Yeah.
Right. Where, you know, Denver hasn't come from a winning tradition. And so I'd stay right there with the Kings. I do think there is a lull time in the middle of having, you know, as we say, taking the necessary steps. But I also think you have to make it to the playoffs 1, 2, 3 times. You know, you have to take the L's. But I think fans will be along for the ride if they know they have an opportunity. And correct me if I'm wrong, I always felt Denver, once they realized who Jokic was, they always were like, listen, within his window, we're gonna shoot for a championship. I think for Kings fans, we're starting to get to the point to where within De'Aaron's window, I don't know if they've gotten that answer yet. Like, I believe in Monte McNair and everything else. But has the Kings come out and said, you know what? We're trying to win a championship. I haven't heard that from anybody besides like Coach Brown.
Well, you don't hear much from anybody as is.
Well, but do you understand what I'm saying?
I think, Jay, to use your Jokic analysis, they identified De'Aaron Fox as the guy,
their guy
for the franchise. And from that point on, it's been about building around him. You add Sabonis. Now it's about building around them. You draft Keegan Murray, a shooter. You get Kevin Huerter, a shooter. You bring in Malik. And so I think we're looking at the core, and they are building around it. The problem is over the last 2 trade cycles, off season, it's gone kind of slow. But they did bring in DeMar DeRozan, which is a big splash. That's a huge splash. And so now for me, and I would imagine for the fan base, you got the trade deadline coming up. You say the job's not done, though. You got to keep building. All right, you made this move. What's next?
Right.
What's next? Keep moving forward.
Yeah. The reality is you start to run out of avenues to improve as you approach the luxury tax and as your team gets older. And I'm not saying they're tapped out. They're hitting the ceiling. This is as good as they can get.
Yeah.
But with a team of veterans, young veterans, but veterans, and a team that's playing well enough where you're not going to get those great draft picks, and as a team that's bumping up into, they're nowhere near.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're at the first tax line yet, are they? But they're close.
No, they're close.
Yeah. So you start to, your options become limited, which makes it incumbent upon you to do whatever you're going to do as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Because when you look at it, and we've talked yesterday about the window. The window's now. Like Domas and De'Aaron, right? Like, to your point, like, the window is, where, Denver, Boston, Milwaukee right now. Like, Giannis's window is right now.
Yep.
It ain't 5 years from now. De'Aaron and Domas, their window is right now. And so for that reason, the sense of urgency has to be high if you're Monte McNair. It can't be 2 years from now. It got to be this year going into next year. Like, this trade deadline, this offseason, massive for Sacramento. I need to go into next season thinking, We got our squad. Now we just need some time together, some seasoning, and we're really going for it.
To me, that's one of the reasons Mike Brown was as frustrated as he was last night. I think, like we said, he's been there and back, so he knows how far the Kings have to go to get where they want to get to. He knows all the things they have to do, and I think he looks at it and says, we should be a little further along.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
A little further along this season.
I mean, here's the thing.
And he knows that they're capable of that.
Right. And we are, because I would say I understand the record is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And we give Monty a lot of crap in West. But this roster is better than 13 and 14. To me, this roster should be better than 13. And I understand you are what your records say you are. But if we're being honest, record-wise, we're kind of underachieving right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not
Jerry
saying
mentioned that. You go by point differential, they should have won 15, 16 games.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. And so I believe the organization feels like the core is pretty damn good. You know, you look at the starting five and the numbers. Analytics say, shoot, even offensive and defensive rating show that we should be a better team. For some reason, it hasn't translated to wins. And so I'm not saying, you know, we don't need to make any moves or anything like that. I'm just saying I feel like the belief is we got a pretty damn good team. And Jerry even said it. And I'm saying, I feel like we're close. Just gotta get over that hump, fine tune it a little bit.
What do you think of this? One of the thoughts I had last night watching that Kings comeback, you know, we've talked a lot about how home court is not there. I felt like home court was a factor in their comeback. Now they didn't win, so
yesterday?
I felt like, I
felt
like playing at home helped fuel them to come from 23 down. So there's, you know, they just beat Houston at home. I think there's signs that might be getting better, but you have to win. I recognize that, but they had a home court advantage for part of that game last night.
You know what? And here's the thing about it, Whitey. It happened in the second quarter. I'm doing the game with Katie, and I felt the physical play on the floor brought out the electricity in the building.
Yeah.
I felt like our fan base sensed, okay, this is the time. And you're right. That second, third quarter started the fourth. They were like lit. They were, you know, they were rowdy. They were yelling at the ref. They were yelling at West. Like, it was fantastic. It was a great atmosphere. I wonder, though, and you guys tell me, y'all been around. It's incumbent on the players to get the fans a reason to do that.
Absolutely.
If you lay an egg like you did in the first quarter, you can't ask the fans. And I felt like once Kobe came in, once Keon came in, and you saw Malik battle, like the fan base was like, yes, let's go, guys, let's go. And the players, with their effort, got the fans riled up. But that's how I got to be at the start of the game, too.
Yeah.
Man, you got me fired up. I had the coffee, too. I'm feeling good. I'm ready.
Probably more the coffee than anything.
I know, right?
Last week when you went on your coffee run, wow.
Dude, it's a difference. It's a difference. Drapes on caffeine versus not. It's a difference.
Added 5 miles an hour to your fastball. I'll tell you how the in-season tournament will look different next year when we come back. And conversation continues at 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
Thursday night, Kings and Lakers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip off at 7. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-881-4242, 800-881-4242.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
It's the year-end event right now at Folsom Lake Kia with huge year-end savings, low finance rates, and zero-down deals with approved credit. Come see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. A cool and foggy start Wednesday. Valley temperatures in the lower 40s. Visibility improves late morning, but that overcast will hang around through midday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Every rose has its thorn.
Get ready for rock legend Bret Michaels, bringing his unforgettable show to the Nugget Casino Resort in Reno on December 28th. Experience all the hits, all the energy with the iconic voice of Bret Michaels. And here's the ultimate rock star bonus, a chance to win a signed guitar from Bret himself, exclusively at the show. Don't miss your chance to rock out and create memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. December 28th, Bret Michaels at the Nugget Reno, where rock and roll dreams come true.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, the Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Wrap Up the Year sales event?
Well, you have a choice to make. Save up to $17,000 off MSRP on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. Or save thousands with 0% financing for 72 months. It's savings your way at Hoblet. Not to mention all the savings at the pump with 56 MPGE.
Those are some really nice Jeeps, and you can't beat that mileage.
The Hoblet Family Dealers is growing with a huge selection of used cars at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. With over 220 vehicles available and over 45 under 20,000.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. $17,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE models after $12,250 factory and federal rebates and $47.50 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders, $37.50 federal EV tax credit. Consult a tax professional for details. 0% for 72 months available in place of $7,500 consumer cash. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. $13.89 per thousand borrowed. 5% savings. Sample VIN 681180. See dealer for details.
When it's cold and rainy outside, Bonnie is leading the way home. Right now, stay warm and cozy with a full furnace tune-up, just $59. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Schedule an appointment today at Bonnie.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Sacktown Sports.
Woo! I took a picture.
Get ready for the championship game of the Emirates Cup here. And we're also getting ready for Game 4 of the Whitey's Wayback Machine Quiz in-season tournament. That's coming up in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
With Kyle Draper, with a 2-1 lead over Jay Johnson.
Yeah.
Best of 7.
You sure it ain't 3-1? You sure it ain't 3-1?
It's 2-1.
I feel like I built a nice hefty lead on this guy. I've been creaming him.
Try to add some extra stuff too.
Okay.
And you say we cheat you?
I'm just saying we need
sure you
an
ain't
app
Derek
or a
Tuchifke?
website with stats or something so we can look back.
You think
Right.
Kyle is Derek Tuchifke?
Yeah, check his phone.
That would be
Whitey.
awesome, right? If I was, dude, can you imagine? That was my burner account. That would
Evan
be
Durant,
awesome.
like,
that would be awesome, man.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Tell you how the tournament, such as it is, might look a little different next year. See what you think of those changes. But first, it's time to see what Tin has to say.
Oh, Tin coming in hot.
Who knows where we're going to end up? Here he is. Been on hold a while. Thank you, Tin, for listening. Thanks for holding what's on your mind.
That's all good. It's worth it to hear you again, Whitey, from their break.
Thank you. What do you got for us?
Yeah. Man, it's KD burner account. He's really Kevin Durant 2.0.
Yeah.
I would not do such a thing, Tin. I would not do that.
All right, check this out. So
What you got?
I think Thursday and Saturday is a big matchup against the Lakers coming in. And also, with Bronny going to the G League and showing out like that, I think it shows that LeBron and his son need to be together. And they spent so much time, you know, fostering this father-son relationship with his son, watching from the sidelines to now wearing the jersey. Rumors, if LeBron goes to Golden State, I'd love for Bronny to join him in Northern Cali.
Thank you, Tin. Speaking of LeBron, did you hear now he's saying, yeah, I got a foot injury, and yeah, I've had it for a few years. People
He
are
said
like,
a few years?
Yeah, I've been
Damn.
dealing with it for a while. So since last season or something. So now it's not just like, oh, he has a foot injury. It's like, yeah, I've been dealing with it for a while.
Yeah. Been dealing with a little bit of everything, huh,
Yeah.
LeBron?
It's not old age. It's just that my foot hurts.
He'll be ready come Thursday. You know
Let's
that
go.
Sacramento trying to stick it to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hey, you know what? I know that Kings fans would prefer the Kings have a few more wins, but how great is this? You got 2 games against the Lakers at home, and they're big games. These
Yes.
are meaningful games.
Meaningful games,
You know, it's
Whitey.
not the Western Conference Finals like 2002, but these are big games against the hated Lakers.
How about this? You go 2-0 against them. You pass them in the standings. They're in your rear view mirror.
Mm-hmm.
They have 12 losses. You have 14. So you're even in the loss column at that point. Going forward, you control everything. And you get the tiebreaker up to that point, up 2-1. And you play them next week in LA. And so these are massive. You're right about that, man. This is the time, you know, hopefully you start climbing and beating some of these teams and moving up the Western Conference standings. I still believe, though, there's still a lot of time, a lot of basketball left to be played. Meaning right now the Kings have 14 losses. The Nuggets have 10. That's a 2-week stretch that could change just like that. You know what I mean? Like they're behind Memphis 5 games in the loss column with 55 left to go. Like that's a lot of time. Not saying there's no sense of urgency or anything like that, but hope isn't lost yet, is what I'm saying. There's still some time. Yeah.
Certainly hope is not lost. It's frustrating. And this is a big opportunity before him here with, what is it? It's, let's see. It's Lakers, Pacers, Pistons,
And then
right?
Lakers again
Yeah,
after
Lakers.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you got the Lakers 3 times in the next 5 games or 6 games it is.
Here's how that Emirates Cup tourney or whatever it's going to be called next year. I think it's Emirates Cup next year too, right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just-
How it could look different.
Hey, wait.
Amazon's going to be covering it next year. That's okay.
Amazon.
All the games will be exclusively streaming on Amazon. Apparently, according to ESPN, it could be a little later in the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit. And I think they want to maybe move it out of the football window. So that's one of the things they're looking at. There could be, you know, in the group stage, they could expand that to 8 games. Now it's 4.
4 games.
And I think the idea is, you know, the way it is now, anybody can get in there and they want to, you know, they do have 2 really good teams in the finals, but they want to make it, they want to give teams like Boston a better chance to advance. So they want to play more games. So it could be 8 games in group, and they might move just the final. Well, they don't have to move it, but they might have only the final in Vegas,
not the
and
semi.
then everything else would be in teams.
At the home.
Because apparently, I know the 2 games they just had in Vegas, they were good games, but I guess the atmosphere in there was kind of.
Did you watch it all? I watched, and I thought it was below par product. Like the atmosphere, like they were trying to make it, you know, Mike Breen and them on the call, but The crowd wasn't into it. You know, it didn't have that big game feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And which game did I watch? I think it was the OKC game.
I guess the Hawks had a lot of fans there because Falcons fans were already in Vegas.
We're already there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them.
Yeah, because I felt the Hawks-Bucks game did sound a little more, but that OKC game against Houston, there was no vibe there, no buzz. And when you look at it too, there are no courtside seats.
Really?
Yeah, you got media row and everything all the way, and I thought that took away from some of the vibe as well. And here's the thing. It's hard because if you're a fan of Milwaukee or a fan, you don't know if your team's going to be there. So it's not like you could plan it out.
Right.
So the fans that they do have mostly are just general basketball fans, not actually fans of Milwaukee and OKC unless they book it to go late. It's something needs to be done. It was not a good TV product. I didn't think so.
Last year they had good environments and atmosphere for the games because the Lakers were there. So,
right.
yeah.
Right. Lakers fans try to show up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I would imagine if the Warriors were there, Steph Curry fans are all over. But Houston Rockets fans, Milwaukee, it's just not the same. So I'm interested to see how it feels tonight in the championship game. Watching it the other night, it almost felt like the bubble again. You know what I mean? With the fake crowd noise. It just
kind of antiseptic.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. And Mike Breen was trying. God bless his soul. He was trying, but I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel it.
Yeah. So those are some of the changes they're looking at. Then I don't know if they're going to be able to change this, but a lot of people are looking, as you mentioned earlier, at the way this has impacted the schedule. And a lot of people are really unhappy with that.
Yeah,
we didn't know when the games were going to be played, but now you have some teams haven't been playing much at all. So maybe there's a little bit of a competitive advantage for them, but it's been really wonky. The NBA schedule the last couple of weeks has been odd.
Yeah. It really is. And I wonder, too, how much it impacts the teams.
Yeah.
Because you can't get into any rhythm.
Yeah.
Like Denver played Friday. Kings played Thursday. I mean, you got 3 days off, you play a game, and then 3 days off again. Really no rhythm to it. And from a viewership standpoint, man, what was it, last Monday? Last Monday when it was only one game on.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow night, no NBA games. It's from the fans' perspective, it doesn't make sense. I get it. The league, ESPN, Turner, they pay big money. They're making money, no doubt about it. But it is sacrificing some of these mid-season nights in the NBA.
I know the NBA makes most of its money from the TV contracts, but at the same time, I would think that the schedule, when you just, we don't know when that game's going to be, kind of these floating games, I would think that would impact your attendance. Now, last night, the Kings says they were 69, so that's good. But I would think that some of these games, people can't prepare for them, so I would think some of the games are going to be played before fewer fans because people didn't know the game was going to be played on that.
100%, Whitey, 100%. And, think about it. You're an NBA team. You're guaranteed 41 regular season dates. 40 of them,
Yeah.
That one, you don't. And so I know there were still tickets yesterday morning that were available, and so the fact that it was, what do you say, 16-9?
It says 16-9, yeah.
That's pretty good, to be honest.
Yes.
That's I'm impressed by that because I was worried. And even the vibe in the building was kind of low to start.
Right.
And then it got going, people showed up. But that's hard. I gave some tickets to some friends of mine, and I'm like, they didn't even know about the game.
Right.
And so it's, and here's the thing, too. And I know this is a digital age, but I'm old school. I still print out the Kings schedule and hang it on my refrigerator there, and so if I didn't have my phone and check the schedule constantly, I'll look at the refrigerator. People are like, oh, we actually got a game because it's not on the hard schedule that you print out at the beginning of the year.
Yep, it is an issue. Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz, game 4 of the in-season tournament, although Drapes thinks it's game 5.
Yeah, I should be up.
The
3-1. It should be 3-1. I'm not cheating. I swear I've been smoking them lately.
You ain't been doing that.
Coming up next on Sacktown Sports.
tonight. Kings and Lakers. King Night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. A cool and foggy start Wednesday. Valley temperatures in the lower 40s. Visibility improves late morning, but that overcast will hang around through midday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
At Makita, good enough is never enough. It's not just about the power and runtime of the tool. It's about the power and runtime of the pro. We design, tinker, redesign, and obsess over every detail because we know the pros will too. Straight cuts, tight tolerances, clean lines. Again and again and again. If it's not right, don't put your name on it. Makita, available at the Home Depot.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
This is the script from the
last week.
match.
Right.
You are correct. This is Draper leads 2-1, but then we played the match.
and I won.
Oh, nah, man. Something ain't right, man. I must not been here.
All right.
One of them I couldn't have been here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pointed that out.
One I couldn't have been here. I must have been. It must have been Kyle filling in for me.
Nah.
You are correct. You won that match 4-1, and you lead the tournament now 3-1 in the best of 7. So you're actually playing for the National Garage Door, a chance to win the cup tonight.
No, I got it. I'm not. No doubt. The Emirates NBA Cup wraps up tonight. This cup wraps up tonight.
And my apologies to you, Jay, to you, dear listener, and to you, Kyle.
You got to apologize to these listeners out there falsifying documents.
I can't believe people actually paid attention.
I know they do. And a shout out to the 5-3-0. And you recognized it before, I said anything.
The first one had to be Kyle, man. I ain't get beat 3 times, man.
Jay,
I ain't been here for that.
I've been on a roll, big fella.
You ain't
I've been on a roll.
Okay, let me put him in the coffin tonight.
All right, Drapes. You go first today. We have 1933, 1991. We have 2000, 06, 2016, and 2022. All right, 1933, 1991, 2000, 06, 2016, 2022. Where do you want to start, Kyle Draper?
2000. Why 2K?
2000. It is a closest to.
Bing, bing. Jay goes first.
Jay, in Jerry Rice's last game as a 49er, Terrell Owens catches a then NFL record. How many passes for 283 yards and a touchdown in a win over the Bears? This date, 2000.
14.
14. Kyle Draper?
Can you read the question again, please?
Yes. In Jerry Rice's last game as a 49er, Terrell Owens catches a then NFL record. How many passes for 283 yards and a touchdown in a win over the Bears? Jason's 14.
I'm going to go 15.
20.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then Brandon Marshall later caught 21, so that's a record. Kyle Draper has the point. Up 1-0. Yes, Jay, you're up. 91, 06, 2016, 2022, and 1933.
1933.
1933, multiple choice, Jay. Who won the NFL's first championship game this day, 1933, beating the Giants 23-21, the Packers, the Lions, the Bears. The first NFL championship game, 23-21 win over the Giants, the Packers, the Lions, the Bears. State 1933.
Two of them. I'm going Packers.
Packers is not correct, Jay. I'm sorry. Kyle Draper,
one more time.
Steal. This day, 1933, who won the NFL's first championship game, beating the Giants 23-21? Was it the Lions? Was it the Bears?
Bears.
Bears is correct.
It was one of the two.
Jay. Hang it up, big fella.
Off to a good start, but still a ways to go, Drapes.
All right, what's our years?
1991, 2006, 2016, and 2022.
2016.
2016 is the closest.
Yeah, Jay could go first.
All right, Jay. This day, 2016, Malik Monk.
My guy.
Scores a Kentucky freshman record. How many points in a win over North Carolina? Kentucky freshman record, Malik Monk, this day, 2016. How many points in a win over North Carolina? I believe that's number 6 over number 7.
Ooh. Man, he put up like dub and he averaged dub. I'm going to go 28.
28.
What is the question?
This day, 2016, Malik Monk scores a Kentucky freshman record. How many points in a win over North Carolina?
Jay, come on, man. And Jay said 28?
28.
29. This is easy.
47.
Yeah, he went off. Because I think the week before, De'Aaron went off somewhere. He had a monster game, and then Malik followed it up.
So it's 3-0, Kyle Draper, but it's not over yet.
Oh, it's almost over now.
No, it ain't over. It ain't over.
You know, it's like early in the fourth quarter where Kings fans light the beam. Light. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but it's Jay's turn, isn't it? Because he went first. Yeah. So Jay, you need this one. 1991, 2006, 2022.
91.
1991. It's the closest to, Jay.
Okay, I'm going first.
He's going
Honest
first.
dude. He's all out of sorts right now.
I'm going first.
He's doubting himself.
1991, the Cavs beat the Heat in what at the time was the most lopsided game in NBA history. That record was broken in 2021 when the Grizzlies beat the Thunder by how many points? Biggest margin, most lopsided game in NBA history. Grizzlies beat the Thunder.
The difference.
Yeah, just the point differential.
Who did it in 2021?
In 2021, it was the Grizzlies over the Thunder. Largest point differential in NBA history. Jay needs
63.
63 over to Kyle Draper.
Damn, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What year?
2021 Grizzlies beat the Thunder by how many points? Biggest margin in NBA history. That record had been set in 91 on this tape by the Cavs when they beat the Heat.
Jay, I will say Jay. That's a pretty good guess. That's close.
You could win the cup here, you know.
And he said 63?
He did.
64.
The answer is Grizzlies 152, Thunder 79, a 73-point margin of victory.
Can I get on the mic over here? Can I get on the mic over
You see,
and the winner of the National Garage Door Cup in-season tournament is Kyle Draper. Congratulations.
Well, see, I don't care about the in-season tournament, so I just, I blew that whole thing.
Damn, man.
I've been saying for the last 2 years, who cares about that week tournament?
That's right.
All I'll say is this.
Call me for the championship when it matters.
Now you see how I feel when I go against Kyle Ledbetter. That dude be smoking me. Like, I don't even stand a chance. Jay, I've been up on you for a minute now, bro.
No, slow down now. Slow down now. I done made thousands of wins already now.
Oh, he said thousands. I still got to catch up.
Yeah, you still got to catch up now.
That was nice.
I'll let you hang that little weak banner.
These are a lot of things that I kind of sort of know lately. Like some of those and win basketball season now, too.
Yeah,
remember
very little
baseball was I was lost, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what do I get? Do I get to hang a banner?
You get the cup, but I have to make it or figure out how. Yeah. See, I thought today I didn't know you could clinch.
You had a
today till we got
confetti
in
and
here.
champagne ready, huh?
Yeah, I would have. So, congratulations. And Jay gets a really, I don't know what it'll be, but a very nice prize as well.
No, it's like the All-Star format. You get $25,000.
Yeah,
I'll take that, right?
Go and blow that on the necklace.
Any early thoughts here, Drapes, on the in-season tournament championship game for the Emirates Cup?
No, not really. I ain't been paying attention. It just it looks dead in there, Whitey. You see what I'm talking about? It doesn't, because you don't have any courtside seats.
They got a lot of empty seats, so they're shining black lights on them to make it look like it's fancy.
That's
Just
what I'm
an empty
saying.
seat.
It's not a good product for TV or maybe even in person. I don't know. It's all sizzle and no steak.
The Thunder leading 18-11. Stick around. We're going to be talking about the game of golf because Golf to Go is next, and the Drive Guys will be back with you tomorrow. We look forward to it. Thanks for being with us today. Thanks for your participation. Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.